Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity studio. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Lizard had 11 Ks last night. Hope your Friday's going to be a good one today. Hope everybody's going to, it's a good day. Good summer Friday. Lots to get into, except we have to pick up the pieces from yesterday. The only bad thing about today is yesterday. And the news that broke that Anaheim and the Verbeek matched the offer. It happened about 1 o'clock yesterday, and we got word that the Ducks have matched the offer for Leo, and they will retain the rights to Leo. Flyers lose out on a very, I loved it, promising young talent, a young 1C. You know, it's like, what are you going to do? They made, I thought, the perfect offer. Right? Like you provided a lot of consternation for Verbeek, and they weren't going to lose him. So, I don't know where you go. I know people are talking about Fantilli. I don't think they pivot and go to Fantilli. I remember bringing his name up to somebody, and I don't think they thought he was an elite player. So I don't think they're in the market of spending real dollars for someone that doesn't have the ceiling of elite. And I know it sucks, and I know my boy Eddie Wright is not happy, and I get it. Like, we could talk about drafting in the past and everything else, and that's very much germane to the present. But you can't wallow in the past, and you can't, at this point, go and compound a mistake by spending a lot of money on a guy that you don't think is elite. Like, I like him. I think he's a nice player. I don't think he's an elite type player. And, if you're going to try to steal a player, you got to try to steal an elite player. What this did in the positive, now it doesn't help the short term, but in the long term, it signifies the Flyers as big-time players, right? The Flyers, by tendering that offer sheet, they told everybody, like, yo, we're in this thing. Like, we're going to be aggressive. And I think that's how you got to play it. Look, you get shut out. Like, I know you wanted Carlson, and I know you wanted the other Carlson, too, the defenseman, John, and you're looking for, that veteran help in the back end. I get all that. And, listen, I don't want to say step back because, or temper expectations, but, you didn't get the players that you wanted, and it's a tough gig. It is tough pill to swallow, but you might have to just, batten down the hatches and then go after it next offseason. I know nobody wants to hear it, but there's a reality, and I think the worst thing you could do is panic and overpay someone that you don't feel is that elite player like Fantilli from Columbus. I think that's kind of where you're at. But we'll dive into it. We'll kick that around. Also, Sixers very much alive in the LeBron sweepstakes. Very much alive. Rich Paul did his podcast, and he did just 2 hours ago he dropped. And he talked about how important Tyrese Maxey is to the LeBron equation. That LeBron loves Maxey, and he's had a relationship with VJ. VJ loves him. They did a jersey swap. So Rich Paul continuing to talk about the Sixers as a destination for LeBron. And it makes sense. Like Tyrese is clutch, right? The whole nine. There's that I think a chemistry there. I know Tyrese, that LeBron loves Tyrese. I mean, that's great, right? Like that's all part of it, which makes this thing extremely real. It's to me, it comes down to Sixers in Cleveland. Do you want to go home or you want to win? Right? There's a lot of attractive about this situation. The fit is in neon at the 4 spot in the starting lineup for LeBron. The fact that he could actually, on the floor, play a lot of point forward, right? Like if you got Maxey who's better off ball as a scorer, Jaylen Brown better off ball, VJ, who has been working on catch and shoot, and as much as you want to make him a primary ball handler and, get him that kind of, have him to be more of a lead guard, is he ready to do that? LeBron is a great point forward. So LeBron can facilitate in the best kind of way. So he can really handle the ball. Like this is a situation where, LeBron could create, Tyrese can be a co-creator. VJ's a co-creator that, on the floor, basketball-wise, it just makes a ton of sense. So then you look at how close they are to a title. And, that's got to matter. He's a legacy guy, right? To add one more ring, go to another stop. You have the idea that the Sixers haven't won since 1983. Right? The Knicks already won, so that happened. And that leaves the Sixers as like the biggest market that hasn't won a title in forever. And if you come here, the whole idea of it's a basketball city, you know what we are, right? Like the whole idea that it's, Philadelphia's in the consciousness of the country because of USA 250. So there's so many reasons to say that LeBron would come here. And I think it's a very real possibility, unless he just wants to go back home and finish the story. That's what it's going to come down to. So, it's going to drag out probably in the next week. And at some point, the soft decision, Roman numeral 2, will happen. But I think the Sixers are just in it, man. I think they're in it. Makes a lot of sense. I really get excited thinking about it. I think there's a real possibility. So we'll talk about that, especially after losing out on Leo. Be nice to get LeBron and get the other L. So that would be nice. Phil's last night. Now, I expected them to hit Singer. They did not. But the Lizard was masterful last night. Absolutely masterful. 11 strikeouts. Ball was moving. Reds had no idea. And it shows you how dominant they can be and how dominant that Durant is, right? Like, what a huge weapon he's going to be in the postseason. And as much, every time I have consternation about the Phillies, I think back to 4 guys. And it's Sanchez, Wheeler, Luzardo, Durant. Like going into any series, because, we get lost in the sheer volume of the season. But going into any series and having Christopher Sanchez, Zach, and the Lizard, I mean, you got a great chance at winning 2 of those 3 games. And Durant closing it. You saw last night. He puts the first 2 guys on, and it was boom, boom, boom. Strikeout, end game. Like, that was impressive. That's a great weapon to have. So we'll think about that. Now, I will say this. Man, the Marlins are hot. They won again. And they beat one of the best pitchers in baseball when they beat the Mariners yesterday. Like, it really, really impressive what Seattle's done. I mean what Miami's done. So you got to keep an eye in the back of your head with the Marlins. Morning, VG. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Fry F-R-Y Day. If you didn't know, it's National French Fry Day here in America.
Oh, my favorite.
There are French fry specials all over the place. Every fast food place has got specials today, like free fries if you spend $3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's Friday.
I'm a huge fan of the fry.
Of course.
I love it. It's probably my biggest weakness of the junk food.
Yes, I am on par with that.
It's my biggest weakness.
We've perfected it. We're better than the Belgian fries. Like, we've perfected the fries here. Whether you go McDonald's shoestring or a nice steak fry or the crinkle cut, we do fries here better than anyone.
I hate Belgium, but as
They
we
got
established,
nice frites.
they have great frites.
Yeah.
If I told you that they have the best frites ever. Like, there was a time I was in Brussels, and this is a few years back. I was in Brussels, and 3 nights in a row, I went after the kids were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I took a walk with a book and went and sat at a cafe with 2 giant Duels
Yeah.
and the steak fries.
Yeah.
While I read,
Yeah.
looking at the people. And it was happy. Like, their fries are ridiculous.
I mean, Amsterdam's fairly close. They do some Belgian fries in Amsterdam. Hit some greens, sit along the canal with some frites. Nice.
Yeah, the fries are now. You know, my favorite fries were here, but they're no longer they exist.
What?
Eulogy.
Oh, yeah, on
Eulogy.
Chestnut Street.
Yeah, Eulogy between front and second used to have great fries.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
But I'm not a fan of the McDonald's. Like, listen,
McDonald's is the GOAT, dude. No?
I don't like them. I
What?
mean, put it this way. I shouldn't say I don't like them.
Yeah.
They're delicious. Like, if you get them hot, it's
Yeah.
a good fry. But it's not an elite fry.
Oh, man, I don't know.
It's not.
No.
I'm a big fan. You don't
I'm
like
not.
it either, Julie?
McDonald's fries, they're weak. They're too tiny.
What?
Yeah.
Like
I don't.
free.
I agree. Yeah.
They're pretty high up there. I mean, cheese fries is my power ranking.
Cheese fries, the greatest. But you got to get a meaty.
Yes.
I like a potato fry. Like a fry with a lot of potato.
Asparagus fry?
Like like a steak fry where I can actually taste the potato.
There's a point where it gets too thick.
No, I like the thicker the better
Yeah,
for me.
I'm with you.
What are you guys out on? How about the curly fries? Like an Arby curly fries? No?
No.
Oh, man.
They're
I think they're
all
pretty
right.
slamming. And some Arby sauce?
I don't do sauce on a fry. No, I don't like your taste. You know who's got great fries? The curly fries on the boardwalk.
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
That's a good fry.
That's a good
Now, I get the steak fry there.
Yeah. Well,
The only thing is, it's like $15 for
dude,
it's ridiculous. Like, I love those fries. I feel like my parents, like, I remember when it was $5. It's like $12.50 for like a cup of
well,
fries.
you're not in a vacuum. You can still go to a grocery store and see like 5 pounds of potatoes for like $3.50. It's like $3.50 for like 5 pounds of potatoes. What am I paying? $15 for a half pound sliced and fried.
You know, they are like, they're fresh cut off the potato.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great fry. Like, I love the fry. I love the fry.
Yeah, it's a big day. You do pizza fries?
Love pizza fries.
Yeah.
I'm a big pizza fry man.
Yeah. Our house, they're pretty popular.
I'm a big pizza fry guy.
Mhm.
Pizza fries are the best.
Yes, they
There was my favorite. They don't exist anymore. There was a place called Oregon Steaks, and it was on 13th in Oregon. It's a steak joint now, but it used to be called Oregon Steak. I think it is still Oregon. Whatever. It was 10th in Oregon. Now it's Oregon Steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they had the pizza fries in the boat. You know, the little boat,
of course.
right?
Yeah.
It was just tremendous. Just tremendous.
We will say
I'm a huge pizza fry man.
there is nothing worse than soggy fries, which is where the air fryer, like if you get them delivered and they're a little soggy, throw them in the air fryer.
Crisps up.
Genius.
Yeah, I don't get them delivered, but fries, you got to eat fries hot.
I mean, that helps. They're much better.
You got to eat fries fresh.
Yes, they're the
like
best.
you got that's why you got to go to a joint and sit down and eat. You know,
Mhm.
you're gonna and good cheese fries.
Oh, And I'm not a fan of like the nacho cheese on my.
No.
The straight
Got to be the whiz
or whatever.
It's got to be a whiz.
Whatever they're using.
Yeah, it's got to be the whiz fries. Like, the one thing, every once in a while, I would get a hankering for the Geno's fries.
I don't know.
Geno steaks fries in the cup.
Yes.
It's a decent fry.
All right.
They had like I liked their fries.
Mm-hmm.
The Geno's and Pat's had good fries.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I don't know if I've ever had them.
Yeah. But now I'm trying to think who's got the best fries in the city?
People are saying crab fries, Chickie.
Well, in fact, Pete's going to join us a little bit later on because it's Friday, and the crab fry is elite. Like it's elite.
He's built an empire on the crab fries.
Yes, more than the crabs. It's amazing that the freaking French fries made him a fortune, a literal fortune. It's
unbelievable.
But
he's in Pittsburgh. I mean, he's everywhere.
Those fries they're always good. And when they come out hot, like the basket,
they're so hard to resist at any sporting event I go to. I'm hoping someone with me gets them so I can pick at them.
Yeah, because it was so dangerous. I did a show at Chickie's for years. I mean, over 10 years, and it was like, they're like, hey, you want anything? Like, they'd give us lunch.
Yeah.
And it was so hard. I just couldn't order fries. Like I didn't want the sandwiches, nothing. Mm-hmm. But you could just pick at it, and it was always so good.
Yeah. I mean, I try to limit fried food to one day a week.
Yeah.
It's like, anytime there's fries around me,
the fries. You ever have the, you know what I like? The fries done in the olive oil are unbelievable.
Where do you get them at? Italy?
Yeah.
I was like, everyone here is like canola oil.
No, the Italy fries are tremendous. When we would go, we would have like, they come out, they're light. Oh, yeah. You got to be all fried up. Now I want fries.
Yeah, we got to get fries at some point today.
Right? Jules, what's your favorite fry?
I think I'm between, I do like a steak frite. Love that.
Mm.
Yeah, the steak frite is awesome.
I'm with you, though. I like the thicker the French fry, the better. Like, I would take like a potato wedge over McDonald's fries.
Yes.
Yeah, like the thicker.
Yes.
Do gravy with the fries?
No, I don't do the gravy fries.
Nice.
Everybody likes the gravy fries.
Waffle fries.
Who's got the gravy fries?
I don't know, anywhere in Canada.
Nah, but Melrose used to have gravy fries.
Yeah.
I've never liked the gravy fry.
I got into it in college. Everybody in Western PA did it. I was like, what is this about? Like, pretty solid.
Nah. Yeah. You know what has them? Nick's roast beef.
Oh, that would make sense.
Has the gravy fries. And I get it because if they put the beef, Nick's roast beef is outrageous, right?
Yeah.
You put, the meat and the yeah. But I've just never, got to be
all right.
cheese or the pizza.
All right.
I could even do, you know what I would do at home for Massimo? He would do it with me. If I bought fries for the air fryer, I'd make a little marinara.
Yeah.
And then dip it into that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't do ketchup on fries.
Okay.
I don't do mayo on fries.
I'll do anything on fry. I'll do barbecue sauce. I'll do it all. French fries are fantastic. Arby's sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce. Give me it all on the fries.
You're a sauce guy. I'm not a sauce guy.
I do like the sauce.
Yeah, you're a sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big sauce guy. All right. Let's lick our wounds over Leo.
It stinks. But I like what it seems like the messaging is that, they tried, but they're not going to panic.
Right.
And do something rash and move to someone else and maybe they'll overpay or something. Because when Josie was with us, he talks about like just being patient. And it seems like, they're calm, they're patient. They didn't get their guy and they know the city wanted this, but it doesn't feel like they're under this extreme pressure. They're feeling pressure like we got to do something big now. We got to do something big. And I like that. Stay the course.
No, you can't because the worst thing you can do is get caught up in a bad contract with a guy.
Yeah.
Like everybody wanted are they going to pivot to Fantilli?
I mean, I just can't take that name because it reminds me of that song Fantilli. Like on a pretty turn, down. I can't take Fantilli's name. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Again, there is a ceiling to who he is.
He's a franchise changer.
He's not.
Yeah.
Like good player,
right?
But you got good players. Like you now are on the quest of elite. Like you got to be on the quest. Like your next two big acquisitions that you're going to spend real dollars or assets, trades and picks and all that stuff has to be a 1C and a 1D.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anyone out there that's knocking their socks off right now.
You got to wait.
Yeah.
You know? I know.
Petty said.
It is. Petty was a genius. Yeah. It is. You got to just wait. You got to wait it out. You know, you got a young core. They're not going anywhere, right? Like, nobody's going anywhere. Right. They're just going to mature and get better. So the opportunity will present itself again, and you got to hope that you can get it done.
Yeah, maybe deadline comes around. There's something out there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who's unhappy?
Yeah.
You know, guys are always unhappy. Like, you can get some top-end talent. Guys are unhappy, you know.
Yeah, I think more importantly, like, everybody knows they're legit. They're for real right now. They're serious. They're back. They're players.
Yeah.
They're open for business.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now, the LeBron thing keeps popping up.
Yeah, and it makes sense with the Maxey because, you know, LeBron's retiring. Rich Paul's got to find his next stars and stuff to build around. You know, Maxey isn't an elite player, but he could really be a face of the league because he's so
lovable,
likable. Like
lovable.
Rich Paul says, I've never seen a player who plays like 40 minutes and smiles the entire time. And if he can make him a champion, that makes him all that more marketable. So it makes sense for Rich Paul and Clutch Sports to have LeBron come here.
Yes.
They have the best talent. If he really wants to win, the best odds of winning would be here. Even if Embiid is hurt, he's better off here than he is Cleveland.
I agree.
You can't watch James Harden play and think you're going to win a championship with that guy.
No.
You just can't.
No.
You're blind.
No.
Also, though, Philon, did you see the highlights?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
The misdirection, the stutter steps. He get anywhere he wants with the ball.
Dude.
Finishes strong left.
Dude,
right, drives and dishes.
Dude, he's a player.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a player.
He's going to contribute.
That kid can
right away.
Oh, yeah. Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
That was a great pick. I loved it at the time. That was a great pick. I got to tell you, this Gansey is all right, man. I love this Gansey, man. I got to tell you, this dude, I see the vision, and, like, I love that kid. That kid can ball. Like, look at their bench. You got 4 guards now that are legit. Like, that kid can play. I agree. He's going to play a role as a lead guard off the bench. That's going to be huge. Simon's off the bench can fill it. Like, yeah, they're short on the 4 and the 5. Yeah. I get it, but they're good. Like, they're going to be really good.
I think they're going to be fun. And watching that kid, I mean, he's going to play against better defenders, but it's hard to defend that kind of misdirection, stutter step, and everything. He's got it going on, man. He dribbles like nobody's. He's easily the best handle on the floor last night. It stands out.
I know. I mean, oh, my God. Yo, you look at Jules.
Nice.
Let's see the kid. Oh.
People sometimes get critical of that. I'm not one of them. I think it's one of the things that makes me successful.
Oh,
7 assists.
Oh, that's it.
With Detroit.
With a PH. I love it, kid. I love it. Great job.
Yeah, that guy's a baller.
I love it. I love it. All right, we got lots to get to. All right.
Talking about these Phillies bats.
No, don't worry about the bats. It's all good. It's all good. When you got, again, do I got to talk you down again?
You said the Singer. Well, you talked me down at the end. Well, tonight they need to hit because of Singer.
Well, I was
Singer
wrong.
Stinks.
I was wrong. I thought that they would hit Singer.
5 strikeouts he gets.
I know. I was wrong. I thought they would bash Singer.
They should.
I mean, he profiles.
Yes.
Right. But we keep going back to it, and this goes back to my central theory, which is Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, Duran. That is the core that can win a series.
Yeah, but I think you're going to have to score more than one run. Against a good team, they'll put up 2 runs against those guys.
Yes.
Maybe 3.
Yes.
You got to be able to put up 3 runs.
By the way, Tastegate Dom goes to chili cheese fries.
Ooh.
He throws the chili cheese fries in there. How about that?
Ooh.
All right.
Eddie Wright goes truffle fries.
Eddie Wright.
Boy.
Yes.
He's an aristocrat, this guy.
Eddie Wright with some truffle fries. The waffle fry that you brought up, Jules, is a good fry. It is a good fry. It's not my top, but it's a solid fry. You know why? It holds the cheese.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Got to be crispy. Sometimes when I get it from that chicken place, they're not crispy. They're a little mushy.
I don't mind the butt. Like the butt of the potato, the butt fry.
It'd be
my Anthony calls them the butt fries. Because they're, and he goes, I don't like the butt fries. Because he's the Chick-fil-A nut, right?
Yeah.
And I like the butt fries. Right?
They like the thick, mushy ones?
Yeah. They're my favorite.
Out on that.
They're like around, like the butt.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, out on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love them, Jules.
Too much mush in the tush for that for me.
No, listen, you need something to grab onto. I mean, you know,
my
the
French
potato.
fries.
I love the butt fry. It's one of my favorites. All right. Let's do this. Here's what we got going on for you today. We have Corey coming up, talk Phillies. TV Todd to talk early Todd today because we got a heavy baseball show today for you.
Okay.
TV Todd to talk. We missed him last week because of all the stuff going on. We will talk to Todd, movies, TV, and Flyers, because he's a Flyers expert. Our Rothman Doc, Pete to Celebrate Fries, Larry Bowa, Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence.
All right.
Whoa.
So there's the crew. That's what we got going on today. Looking forward to it. It's a Friday. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about our friends. Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Yeah. Here it is. Another soccer. Today, we got Spain, Belgium today.
It was a tough one yesterday, but yeah.
You won, didn't you?
No, they didn't get over 2.5.
Poor Chooch. Chooch had a banger.
Like a 12-legger. All he needed was both teams to score.
I felt bad. Chooch had a banger. I always look at you guys, like you guys send over the things, I start laughing. And then I look, I'm like, all right, well, you know, I'll root for you guys.
Yeah.
I hope you guys win. And I didn't watch the game yesterday, and then I put it on the last 5 minutes because you guys need the goal.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me watch the last 5 minutes, root for the goal for them. And I didn't say it.
And Boppy stoned on a penalty kick.
Spain today, though. I like Spain.
Spain, my play today, Spain to advance and both teams to score, plays plus 128.
All right, there you go. There it is. You got to be on the app. BetParks.com's got all the stuff you need. Got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's talk about Ace, the helpful place. Yes. Listen, this weather, I don't know, my allergies are killing me. I need air bad. I need air conditioned bad in this weather because it's like the jungle weather, like Laos, like Vietnam. All right, so if the humidity's sneaking in and the AC's not cranking like it should, don't worry. Ace Hardware Home Services has you covered. From AC repairs to water heaters, plumbing, electrical, their trusted local pros bring the same helpful service you know from Ace right to your home. That's it. Whether it's a quick fix or a bigger summer project, they've got the tools, the know-how, the people to get it done right. Ace Hardware Home Services, bringing helpful to your home. They did my air conditioning a couple years ago. Oh, my God, they're the best. Clean. They clean up. And I love that unit. It's my favorite this time of the year. Visit AceHardwareHomeServices.com today to get started. All right, joining us now on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line, our man, Corey Seidman.
He's the man. This for the fans. Corey Seidman. Corey Seidman.
This is one of my favorites of all the ones. Corey Seidman.
You're a headbanger at heart.
Get you hyped up for the All-Star game in this final weekend, cuz?
I am hyped up. I love playing Detroit. Like, we got the Tigers this weekend. My boy McGonigal.
Yeah,
And I worry
that's right.
about tonight because I think McGonigal's going to get a couple rakes off of Nola.
He's been He's been really good. He's been pesky all season. He takes his walks, McGonigal. It doesn't strike out much. I mean, he looks really legit. And also two great pitching matchups this weekend in the final series before the break because you have Sanchez and Wheeler going, and you're going to be facing Tarek Skubal and Casey Mize, who not only are two really good pitchers, but also two of the top trade candidates among starting pitchers.
If I'm the Tigers, Casey Mize has been out of his mind, right? Like out of his mind. If I'm the Tigers, no way would I trade either of those guys. They're good.
Yeah.
I look at that team, I go, they should be so much better. You got McGonigal out of nowhere, Riley Green, Carpenter, Torkelson. Like, they got bats. Their lineup is a good lineup.
And they're kind of coming on a lot lately. Their catcher, Dylan Dingler, has had one of the best seasons of any catcher, although he did get hit. He got hit by a pitch on the hand the other day. Yeah, he got hit by a pitch on the hand the other day, so he might not participate in this series, which would benefit the Phillies, obviously. But with Casey Mize, he's a free agent after this season, so he's a rental. So if the Tigers don't feel like they have a legit chance of contending, they might trade him in addition to Tarek Skubal. But also that AL Central is so weak that it's still kind of like any team's. It's up for any team. I mean, I was looking at this morning. You realize in the American League that there's only one team that is on pace for more than 88 wins. The Rays, and that's it. Like the AL stinks this year.
And the Rays lineup blows. They got Caminero, who's great. Other than
and
that,
Yandy Diaz.
Yeah,
Yandy Diaz. Like the top four is really good, but the 5 through 9 is nothing special. Like
Aranda's got some pop, but man, you get into some slop.
In that American League, there's only 2 teams with more than 2 games over 500.
Yeah,
yes,
insane.
That's crazy.
That's why I don't understand. If you're a market like Detroit, Detroit's not a small city. Why are they? First of all, why would you lose Skubal? I don't know why you would. You got to pay him. How do you lose Skubal?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that it might cost. It's probably going to be the richest contract ever for a pitcher, and there's like speculation that it could get to $350-400 million. And like if you're the Tigers and you sign him to that contract, are you going to realistically be able to compete for a long time? I guess they've made that calculus, and the answer is probably not. Skubal seems like he's going to try to extract every last dollar during this thing, and there's going to be a fierce bidding war as well. So I think from their perspective, it's like just recoup some prospects. Don't be the team that doesn't trade Shohei Ohtani when they know they're not going to be able to trade him and re-sign him, and then they get nothing in return when he walks.
I know,
so
I get it. I get it, but that tells you something's wrong with Major League Baseball. Like, that's why we're going to have a lockout, right? Like, the fact that the Tigers, Detroit's not Pittsburgh. Detroit is a big-time city, man. Like, you got to be able to keep one of your all-time great players. Like, that's a problem if they can't handle it.
And they've spent money over the years, like the last 2 decades, like big contracts for Miguel Cabrera, Justin Verlander. So it's not like they're averse to doing it. It's just that this particular construction of the team doesn't seem like it has Tarek Skubal in its long-term plans. And Phillies are going to see him this weekend, and one of the best lefties in baseball. So it should probably be a tough matchup against them. And I can't remember if we talked about this earlier in the week, but the Braves, that they're seen as one of the top landing spots for Skubal, and that would be one of the things that could kind of like propel the Braves back into a positive state because they don't have much starting pitching right now. They're kind of reeling, and they need a shot in the arm as much as any playoff bound team does Atlanta. So would not surprise me if they use some of their prospect capital to make that Skubal addition.
Yeah, and here's the thing about we talk about Atlanta, but dude, the freaking Fish.
On fire.
The Fish, they're scary, dude. They're scary. You think about it, brother. They wound up beating Bryce Miller last night. Bryce Miller has had one of the great seasons in Seattle. Like, unbelievable. Now, that ballpark's great to pitch in, and he's a little different on the road, but he's been unbelievable. They beat him up yesterday. 9 hits in 5 innings. 9 hits, 4 runs. He only struck out 3. That Florida team scares the daylights out of me. They're tied with the Phillies.
Yeah, and they hit George Kirby the night before. He's also really good, one of the best the AL has to offer. Last week Miami was out at Coors Field and in Sacramento, which are great hitting conditions, and they had a terrific week. They won like almost every game. But then they've come home to Miami, which is not terrific hitting conditions, and they've continued to rake. I mean, you just look up and down that Marlins lineup. There's a lot of peskiness and there's a lot of young players who are kind of putting it together. Like in terms of peskiness, Otto Lopez is hitting 345. Xavier Edwards the Otto Lopez Xavier Edwards duo reminds me of Juan Pierre and Luis Castillo.
Yeah,
you have all these left-handed bats like Liam Hicks, Kyle Stowers, Griffin Conine. The guy Owen Casey's been really hitting for power lately. So that Miami team, I mean, and so they're tied with the Phillies. And both of those teams are, I think, 3 games ahead of the Cardinals, 3 games ahead of the Cardinals right now in the wild card race. And I really think that these are the 4 teams that you're going to see vying for those positions the rest of the way. Phillies, Marlins, Cubs, Cardinals. Those other teams are kind of falling by the wayside, like the Diamondbacks, the Pirates. Obviously, the Reds are buried at this point. So it's kind of taking shape now. But the Marlins look for real. And you wonder if some of this is like the Gabe Kapler effect also paying off for them. I mean, when Gabe Kapler was here, he got made fun of a lot because he was obsessed with getting any little marginal advantage a team could find. Well, in Miami, you need to do that because they do not spend money. They don't have resources, and it's seemingly worked out so far for them.
Yeah, what's shocking to me is their pitching because I didn't think they have any pitching. Like Tyler Phillips, the local kid, right, went to Eustis, the whole thing. In fact, he went to school with Joey's sister, or Joey Marone's sister. And he got rocked here, right? He goes to Miami. He's pitched really well as a starter. He was in the bullpen. They made him a starter again, and he's pitched well.
And he's almost taken on like a pro wrestling persona. I don't know if you see what his shtick is when he comes in from well, he doesn't come in from the bullpen anymore because he's starting. But when he was like slapping himself in the face and trying to psych himself up.
I love the kid. I'm root for the kid. I actually, he's a good kid, I heard. Yeah.
I think he needed to find something like that, like a personality quirk or something like that to like just get himself into that mode. And it's worked for Tyler Phillips in Miami. But their best pitcher this season has been Max Meyer, the former highly touted prospect, and it's really all clicked into place for him this season. They also have Aori Perez, who just had that high profile perfect game situation or no hitter situation where he was pulled after 6 innings last week, which is becoming the new trend in baseball to pull a guy at 6-7 innings when he's on the brink of history.
Yeah, which I hate, completely hate. I'm so against it.
You see, like when you look at the stats, the Marlins don't really do anything great. They're kind of middle of the pack on all the team's stats. So what is it that they're putting together? Just timely hitting? Is their bullpen good?
Well, the park sucks.
Right.
So you can't hit in that park. So I think their lineup is better than what it's see if you agree, Core. But I think their lineup is better than what it is on paper or in the stats because I think their yard kills a lot of what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, they're just difficult. Like I think they have 20 more steals than any team in baseball, something crazy like that. Like they're way at the top. And the top of their order, like you have Lopez, who leads baseball in batting average, and Xavier Edwards is also in 300. So constantly guys on base. Stowers has had a great month, and they have enough pitching. They have enough pitching between Sandy Alcantara, Meyer, Aori Perez, one of the better closers in Pete Fairbanks. A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned Pete Fairbanks as a potential Phillies trade candidate. Like, okay, if you're not going to go get a Aroldis Chapman, this might be a slightly less expensive alternative at the back of the bullpen. But I don't think the Marlins are going to be selling anything at all. If anything, they might look to, buy something if they can buy it inexpensively, if it's not like a big contract.
What are they drawing at all? I haven't really checked.
Not really. No.
It's amazing.
It's pretty much same old.
I see a headlight. It's a headline or a highlight. It's empty in that
ballpark. Yeah. It's a shame. That franchise, which was the Expos, has always had great young talent. Whatever they do, they get young. They're the opposite of the Phillies. They get great young talent all the time. They just can't keep guys.
Yeah, I just looked up their attendance figure this year. They're actually averaging less per game than they did last year, the Marlins. They were at 14,200 last year, and this year they're right around 12,000 a game. And it is, I agree. I agree because it's so crazy how there's certain teams that year after year and like decade after decade just have this ability to churn out young talent. And most of those teams are the teams that feel the need to do it. Like it's absolutely necessary to their existence as a contender, like Marlins, Rays. Like if they don't do that, they're not going to have any ability whatsoever. And they always seem to. The Brewers are 25 games over 500 this season, largely because of all those homegrown players that they've been able to bring up that have clicked. And some point in this century, you hope the Phillies can join the club.
Do you think when do they move at some point? Don't they have, but neither of those. Tampa doesn't work either. Baseball doesn't work in Florida for whatever reason, because there's so many transients, whatever it is. It just never has worked. At what point do you pull the plug on it and go, hey, let me go to Carolina?
Yeah, well, so in Tampa, and I've experienced this being there a couple times, what it is that it's really difficult to get to the stadium, especially in rush hour, because if you're trying to get to the stadium after, say it's a 6:40 or 7:10 p.m. game, because there's such a limited method of getting to the ballpark and there isn't really any public transportation that gets you there, most people just say, I don't want to do it. I'll rather watch it on TV. I'm pretty sure the Rays do have a very good TV rating compared to the league. So it shows you that there's like interest there. It's just not enough interest to actually drive yourself out to the ballpark. There are like rumored locations like Carolina, Nashville that could potentially get a team at some point. I don't know if they're going to end up moving the Rays, because also you think about the potential in this new CBA that like the TV money is going to be spread evenly. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, that's a huge amount of like influx for some cities that they weren't, maybe working off before.
Right.
But I agree.
Well,
I agree though that like
you can need support. It just doesn't work down there. I just think it's too transient. You got too many people from other places that it just doesn't work. I don't think Vegas is some,
I was just going to say that. That people talk about Vegas. Well, it's going to be the same deal out in Vegas. You probably will have more people that go out to the games. But I mean, especially because the Rays have been like, maybe if you look at like the best records in the AL over the last 10 years, they might have the best record in the AL over the last 10 years. But they haven't been able to turn that into like a day-to-day audience to play in front of, and nor have the Marlins.
No, I think you're right about Nashville. Because baseball's big in like Tennessee. Like we've done tournaments down there, Pigeon Forward. Like there's a lot of like there's some good baseball. Like if I were them, like Carolina's fertile. Like they have good college baseball all throughout that area, that region. I don't know. I would think that both those teams would flourish in those regions.
When I was in Salt Lake City 2 years ago, those people were pretty certain that they were going to get a Major League Baseball team at some point. And I think there'd be a really good market for it, too.
What do you want? What you got, buddy? We shirt?
Wardrobe change? I'm like, share.
Why? Wow. Is that ours?
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
What'd you get, bro? That's cool. No, where'd that come from? Oh, fantastic. I love it. That's cool. That's good, bro.
Looks like you might be in the home run derby. It's not official, but Don Mattingly might have let it slip last night unintentionally that Schwarber may be in the derby alongside Bryce Harper.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to do it anyway, no? I thought he said that last year that he was going to be in it.
But he hasn't like officially confirmed it yet. There's still only the 6 guys who are locked in, but it sure seems like Schwarber will also.
Is Bryce going to do it, you think?
Yeah, he's in, right?
Yeah, he is.
He announced on Instagram.
And Dino Ebel is going to be his pitcher because a few years ago when Schwarber was in the Derby, the Phillies liked the fact that Ebel was able to really crank him into Schwarber when he needed to do the swing off. He homered on all 3 pitches Ebel threw, so apparently that was a good enough sign for Bryce.
Well, then
they got 2 spots left. I'm hoping it's Schwarber, and they just announced Murakami's back. I would like to see.
That's a good point. Good point. I wonder if he would do it. I don't know if. Because he's not in the All-Star game, and would the White Sox want him to go? That would be awesome, though.
Dude, I'm with you guys.
He hits bombs.
So excited for the All-Star and the home run derby.
Yeah, it's fun.
Especially if you have Bryce and Schwarber. Oh my God!
And the last time they were in it together, they were the 2 finalists back in 2018. They went into a swing off, and I'm pretty sure Harper won it out over Schwarber. So could you imagine if that was the result?
Imagine if that was the result.
Yeah.
That's cool. I forgot about that. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. All right. Let's get to the lineup. Last night, I thought for sure Singer is a walking gopher ball.
Yeah.
And in that ballpark, I'm thinking, Schwarber hits one or two, Marsh hits one. Like, I'm in that mode. Harper hits one. Like, I thought they'd hit 4 home runs last night. And
Yeah.
they were befuddled by I was completely shocked. Singer befuddled them.
Yeah, he's one of those pitchers, Brady Singer. I remember Homer Bailey way back in the day with the Reds. He's one of those pitchers where former first-round pick was really highly touted, and there are random nights, like one every 5 or 6 starts, where he just has everything working, and it looks like this guy's legit. He's a top of the rotation arm. And last night was one of those few nights the Phillies had against Brady Singer. I fully expected them to hit him too. Small ballpark, all these left-handed bats against a homer-prone pitcher, but it just didn't happen. But yet another one-run win. Phillies are 19-6 in one-run games, which is like 4 games better than any team in those kinds of contests. And just thinking about like the totality of the series, Wheeler dominated, Luzardo dominated, Duran dominated. 16 of the 27 innings of that series, the Reds had to deal with Wheeler, Luzardo, Duran, and they did absolutely nothing. 30 strikeouts and 2 walks. The only run was that Eugenio Suarez homer. So it's just another week where, you're winning behind your top guys, pretty much losing behind your Nola and your number 5. Can you get in before August 3rd? Can you bring in the starting pitcher who gives you more of a chance every 5th day than what the Phils have at the back? Because the 3 guys at the front have been even better than advertised.
Right. And I guess the 5th spot has lost 9 in a row.
My God.
That 5th spot has just been awful. This is the big takeaway, the Xfinity big takeaway with Corey about the Phillies. And again, the Phils face Detroit tonight. Flaherty's on the mound for the Tigers. He's a guy that could be moved. Like, I could see, like, if I'm Detroit, like, I'm going to try to keep Skubal and Mize, but whatever, we talked about it. But Flaherty's a guy that you could move. He would be a guy that I would be interested in because he's a quality, he'll eat up some innings for you.
Yeah, and he's another guy on a short-term contract, so the Tigers probably will be looking to move Jack Flaherty. And the beginning of his season was absolutely miserable. Like every single start,
settled down.
Every start was 3-4 innings. But his last month and a half, he has a 1.90 ERA, Jack Flaherty, with more strikeouts than innings. And I do have more faith in a guy like that at this point than Aaron Nola. I do have more faith in a guy like that, obviously, than Alan Ron-Hell. The Phillies are 38-14 this season behind Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, and they're 14-28 when it's Nola, when it's the Ron-Hell, when it's a bullpen game, when it's Taijuan Walker. So you're not looking for like a guy to come in and be great, just a guy to come in and be like a 500 pitcher. Phillies are going to add that piece. Jack Flaherty's an interesting name. I think he gives you a little more upside because kind of similar vibe to Brady Singer, where 1 out of every few starts, he's going to show you why he was so electric and highly thought of coming up. But there's also a lot of high walk outings mixed in there.
Yeah, but you again, you know the names. I mean, we've talked about these 5th starter guys. Robbie Ray, I think Robbie Ray's pitching tonight. Like you gotta get somebody because
how about this day? He's been low key at innings eater the last few years.
Michael Wacha.
He got beat up yesterday or the day before, but he's actually been consistently decent. He's got 1 more year in his contract. I think it's like 16 mil.
Kansas City still? Where's he at now?
He's at the Tigers? No,
he's on
Kansas
Kansas
City. You're
City.
right, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I mean, he's made the rounds.
He's
St.
old.
Louis.
You got 1 more year.
I mean, he would be good as an innings eater. The Royals are buried in last place. They're not going anywhere, so they probably will be selling pieces off, and Wacha would make sense. And he would make a lot of sense for the Phillies too, because that's like the stabilizing piece. I heard you guys the other day, you had Bob Nightingale on, talking about Skubal, right? That was this week.
Mm-hmm.
And, I saw he doesn't feel like the Phillies are fit for Skubal, and I haven't felt that way either. The one thing I will say, though, is we all agree that the top need most of the season has been right-handed bat. But if the perfect right-handed bat isn't out there, if the best right-handed bat is Taylor Ward, I think Dave Dombrowski could pivot if he considers the most impactful addition a guy like Skubal, even if that's not the top need. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not be able
I'm with you.
Find the perfect right-handed bat.
I just don't think he has enough to get him.
Yeah.
I mean, with Dombrowski, without a doubt, like, I'm in, but I got nothing. I got a 17-year-old kid and Gage Wood. That's what I got. And I need Gage Wood because to me, he's going to play a huge role in the playoffs. So I don't know what I can give. I got nothing.
I mean, I agree. And the Phillies' first priority would probably be trying to sell a team on, well, would you take like a Rune Escobar and Dante Nori, a package headlined around those guys? And they're probably not going to get a biter on a top trade candidate like that. And then it will get it to a point where they're going to have some uncomfortable conversations. And it's why, I don't put it out of the realm of possibility that someone like an Andrew Painter or a Justin Crawford is dangled or mentioned at some point. Because if you don't have a ton of prospect capital, guys who are like top 50, top 100 prospects, a team might want some big league ready talent, and Justin Crawford, I'm not saying go ahead and do it because he's been on such a roll lately. I'm just saying the Phillies don't have a ton of tradable assets.
No, but to your point, like if you're talking to the Tigers about Scooble and if you bring up Andrew Painter, I'm going, no. Like what am I looking at? I'm looking at a kid that was afraid to throw his fastball. Like that's what I see. Here's the kid that's afraid to throw his fastball. I can do better. I can go to Atlanta. They all got better prospects than the Phillies.
Sure. It would just be a matter of would a team just buy that? Like, you know what, this kid a year ago, everybody thought he had the goods and he was like on track to be this, young frontline type starter. It would just be whether a team buys into that enough. Painter has had a couple of good starts.
You have to be a fool to buy into that. Like it happened pre-surgery. Like he hasn't been the same since he had surgery. Everybody else throws harder. He did not. And he lost a lot of bite. I mean, if I'm a team, I hate to say this, but if I'm another team, I'm like, stay away. Like, I don't want nothing to do with him.
I mean, we did see, though, a year ago that Mick Abel brought you back Joan Durant, So Mick Abel, it's not like he was a can't-miss prospect. He was a guy who had so many down periods and struggles in his minor league way up, and then he put together a good month of starts in the majors, and it brought you an elite closer. So teams do talk themselves into it. Painter has made a couple good starts at AAA since going back down there. I don't think they're going to trade him to begin with. I think they're going to hold on to him because they need starting pitching themselves. I'm just saying that, you might see a name or two you didn't expect mentioned or even included in a trade just because the Phillies don't have, all that capital at the minor league level. And also, because you mentioned earlier something about how I can't remember what you said, but it just got me thinking that when I was growing up, baseball trades, they were like trades that benefited both teams.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was, and then somewhere along the road, it just became that every trade is prospects for the stud.
Yeah.
I miss the trades that helped both teams, where you see big leaguers, changing teams.
Yeah, that's a great point you bring up. I miss those days. Like now it's all about money. Like it's basically I can't afford to pay this dude, so I got to sell him off for prospects. That's all the trades are. And you're right. Like you would have trades between contenders because they go, hey man, you need starting pitching. I need a power bat. Let's talk. And you would get something done.
We got Bowa, wasn't it? Bowa, Ivan De Jesus trade?
It was a horrible trade.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying there were two players.
That was Sandberg.
I know. Yes, I know.
First of all, he traded Larry for that stiff
Val
De Jesus. Right?
Yeah.
I hated Val De Jesus.
Hey, Corey, one name that I've seen pop up that I had never heard of before, Gabe Craig. And when you look into him, he's a reliever in the Philly system. He's got a good fastball, and they're saying a devastating slider. So I haven't heard anything about this guy. You know anything about him?
No, I mean, not much. He's at the lower levels of the minor leagues. Every year you see relievers kind of burst onto the scene and make themselves like viable pieces. A couple of years ago, Orion Kirkering was at the lower levels of the minor leagues and all of a sudden was in the majors by October that year and playing a key role. So, it's exciting whenever you have a young reliever like that start to throw hard. I mean, Alex McFarland's another name who's been throwing 101, 102 miles per hour at AA, closing games for them. Would not surprise me if he's up in the majors at some point too in the second half. So, there are some interesting arms there. And you also got Brad Keller back this week, but there are also a lot of struggling arms in this Phillies bullpen at the major league level because Jose Alvarado has not had it all season. I'm pretty worried about him. Kirkering, it was shaky the other night in Cincinnati, and then Bolin got him out of it. Jonathan Bolin.
He's been really
pretty good lately. Yeah.
That looks like a win trade for Dombrowski.
You know what it does? I was thinking that earlier because I was watching Matt Strahm the other night. He was pitching against the Mets at Citi Field, and he has like a 6 ERA this season. I think the Phillies kind of sold high there. They got probably the best few years out of Matt Strom's career and then traded him for a younger, cheaper reliever.
Yeah, Jeff Passan was writing about the best possible fits for each team. He says for the Phillies, Young-Ho Lee.
I don't see that at all. He's a left-handed
hitter. He's a lefty, yeah.
I know. I'm looking at his splits, though. He's on his own base versus lefties. He's 337. He hits 304.
But still, that's not what you need. I mean, like...
No, I agree.
You don't need on-base lefty.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I think that's horrible.
And honestly, if you're going to go for a left-handed bat at that point, I want Luis Arraez. You know, he's also a lefty who hits lefties on a team that's going nowhere. So if you're going to bring in a lefty, give me Luis Arraez over Jung-Ho Lee.
Agreed. I'm with you. I hate that. I don't know what Passan's looking at. Listen, you know this, Core. You've been doing this. You've been around a long time. I know it's like these guys are just looking at, the Phillies need a bat, and they're not diving deep. A lot of times they don't go, look, they're just looking for rumors, clicks, agents are telling them certain things, and that's kind of what happens. Hey, last thing, I got to get you on this, because I was talking, Nightingale and I have go back a long time. He was very helpful to me when I got into the media and covering baseball. He was working in LA, and I was in New York, and he used to help me out a lot. I loved him. But I don't understand his stance on Wheeler. I brought up the whole Wheeler snub and, how the players stumped for the All-Star game and, he hasn't won a Cy Young. He's got snubbed there. And I'm bringing up Hall of Fame. And he was like, no. First of all, players vote. So what? Second of all, he's nowhere near a Hall of Fame. And I'm like, I just didn't understand it. I think Zack Wheeler is the most underrated player in baseball.
Yeah, and this Hall of Fame conversation, I know it's been picking up a little steam this week, and I started writing about this 2 years ago because it struck me a couple of years ago when you start looking up at like the totals, like nobody's ever going to get to 300 wins again. Nobody might ever get to 200 wins again. So we can't be judging pitchers' careers the way we once did. It has to be about dominance during your era. It has to be about your peak. Right now, Zack Wheeler's peak has been longer than Chase Utley's peak. Okay. And I know that Chase Utley was a position player, but people consider Chase Utley this like surefire Hall of Famer at this point because he did it long enough. Well, then so has Zack Wheeler.
Yes.
And if he ends up playing through 2027, he's going to end with having been the most dominant pitcher of a period of 8 years. Because if you look at what he's done since 2020, the gap between him and the second best pitcher in baseball is enormous. It's like an entire season's worth of production. So I do think he's a Hall of Famer. He also has one of the most impressive postseason resumes in baseball history, the lowest WHIP of any starting pitcher in the history of baseball postseasons. And so like every year he's been the Phillies' best player in October. So like the All-Star accolades and the lack of a Cy Young, people say maybe that hurts him when it comes time to vote. But it's also a younger voting body. It's not like the more traditional voting body that looked at totals and accolades and stuff like that. I don't think there's going to be anybody forgetting the dominance of Zack Wheeler because he's this era's Roy Halladay. Like he's this era's Roger Clemens. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the best pitcher in baseball. You ask hitters, they'll tell you that.
Dude, I love you. It's the same thing. Same exact thing. He's like, well, 120. And he's looking up the numbers. He goes,
how many wins he got?
122. That's low. And then he's bringing up John Lester. Freak John Lester. John Lester blows. Get the hell out of here with John Lester. Stop, because he pitched to Boston and Chicago. Like, I don't want to hear about John Lester. Zack Wheeler's a much better. Who's the other stiff he brought up?
I forget who it was.
He was a right-hander. He's like, yeah, their guys are in the conference. John Lester, and you poo-poo Zack Wheeler? I don't get it.
Like at John Lester's peak, he was probably like maybe the 6th to 10th best pitcher in baseball.
Yes.
You know, similar to Cole Hamels. Like in Cole Hamels' peak, he was in that like 6 to 10 to 12 range. Zack Wheeler is the guy. You know, the guy over the last 6 years in baseball. It would be like if you look at the numbers, it's Zack Wheeler, Kevin Gausman, which shows you how big of a jump there is. Like nobody thinks of Kevin Gausman as being this perennial ace, but there's nobody else who does it year after year that's on the field. So Wheeler does both things. Aside from missing half the year last year, he stayed on the field and he's pitched like the ace of aces. So yeah, I think
you're right. And this postseason, freaking big money.
Here's what happens: people get into numbers. The WAR of Zack Wheeler is 44.9. John Lester's 43.4. There's no way those two pitchers should be that close together in any rating. None. They're like within a point of each other.
And Lester also had the postseason resume that boosted his case. I honestly think that this whole week of Wheeler being snubbed has paid dividends in terms of like his legacy and his how people are viewing him, because it's made everybody talk about it all week. It's made everybody.
It drives me nuts. I love that guy, and all he's viewed as a bald guy with a gray beard.
Well, he should be in over Logan Webb. I mean, even before Logan Webb got hit around the other day.
Logan Webb. Did you hear about him?
He deleted his X account.
Yeah, deleted social media account. He's getting shredded because he's playing so poorly right now. And he beats Zack Wheeler.
It's a rough week for a guy like that because he gets named to the All-Star game, but then everybody's in the comments saying he doesn't belong. And then he gets hit.
Even his hometown say he doesn't belong.
And I think he was going back and forth at a reporter, at multiple reporters. So that's never going to. So I think he just made the decision to deactivate. But we were talking.
Who's the reporter? He was a local guy?
It was a KNBR guy, yeah. Who the guy was doing a video coming out of the ballpark saying that like Logan Webb is not the leader that he's regarded as, like he's not a true ace, blah blah blah. And Webb started going back and forth with him on Twitter, and it did not end well. But yeah, we were saying on the show the other day that if Webb comes into the All-Star game, that fans should start chanting, "We want Wheeler."
Yeah, yeah. Webb stinks. Wheeler. That'd be awesome. Core, great stuff, brother. Always fun, man. You're the best.
Thanks, cuz. See you guys in a little bit.
Give Dad our love. Thanks, buddy.
Always. Appreciate it.
He's the man. I love Corey. Is it you just have to watch a player to really accurately judge him?
Yeah, to see how they were.
Like Bob. I love Bob. I trust Bob. Bob just sloughing off Wheeler. It freaked me out.
He had no interest. He couldn't even understand. Hey, the players voted, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. He just poo-pooed the whole thing. Like it's not even an issue. I don't understand it.
I don't get it. I don't get it either. All right, we got to take a quick TO. We'll come back. And our man, TV Todd, will join us. Looking forward to that as we'll have a little fun with Todd. First, we got to lead with Flyers with him because it was a tough day yesterday.
Yeah, holding up.
I was hoping they'd work out a deal. The Verbeek.
Verbeek's not doing that.
He's a nasty SOB, Verbeek. Man, I hate the
Ducks.
Gonna
sink the ship.
I want to fight the Ducks. I hate Duck. Every Duck, Donald Duck.
Leap the Ducks.
Yeah, every freaking Duck.
Hey,
by the way,
I'm not a Donald. I'm a Daffy fan. Donald, I'm out on.
What's the difference?
Daffy was like a wild lunatic with Looney Tunes.
Donald
Duck's Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck.
Oh, first of all, Ducks stink.
Nah,
Daffy's I'm out on Ducks. I want to be a duck hunter. I'm going to be like that.
Daffy's the kind of guy you want to run around Vegas with. Always getting in trouble.
By the way, they're nasty creatures.
Ducks? Well,
yeah.
What?
They're nasty. Yeah.
Watching Duck Hunters or what?
They want to bite you. They're like nasty creatures.
I've never heard anyone get bit by a duck.
Yeah, they're nasty creatures.
I see them walking around with their little.
They don't go near it.
No,
they're going to take a piece out of your finger. Take your finger.
The Mexico soccer team had the one with the jersey.
The hell with the duck. The ducks stink. It's a bad animal.
What?
Yeah, I'm anti-duck. I'm with the French. I'm going to eat them. In Chinese, let's eat some Peking duck. All right, let's talk about our friends. How about Rothman? Let's talk about staying in the game. Pain slowing you down like VG? Back, neck, shoulder, whatever it is. You don't have to just deal with it. The team at Rothman Orthopedics got you covered. They've been recognized the number one physician practice in the country by Castle Connolly for having the most top doctors in orthopedic care. That's elite expertise, trusted nationwide. We talk about elite a lot. Elite is Rothman, and getting started is easy. Head to RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY. Schedule your appointment today. You know what type of specialist to schedule with? Use their fast scheduler program to connect with their VIP scheduling team, get you set up with the appropriate specialist for your injury. And with Rothman now, you get immediate access to an orthopedic expert for guidance when you need it. Book today, RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY. Get back to doing what you love, pain-free. You know it's officially summer when Hoagie Fest comes back to Wawa. I got to ask you, what's your Wawa order? Mine, I'm going classic Italian. I love my Wawa hoagies. Hoagie Fest is back this year, bringing even more value to the table. Right now, you get a shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, plus a bag of Hers chips and a small fountain drink for $6. You're extra hungry? It's only $8 for a classic meal. Whether you're grabbing lunch between meetings, fueling up before a game, or making a quick stop on a summer road trip, it's an easy, delicious meal at a great price. I love it. We stop on the way to baseball. Hoagie Fest, fuel up after, between games. Big flavor, great value, same Hoagie Fest energy we all know and love. But it's only here for a limited time, so get it while you can. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. Gotta have Wawa.
Act like a man. You can handle the truth.
It's time for TV time.
Oh, Todd.
What up, cuz?
Brother?
How you doing, dude?
All right, hanging in there, buddy. My main man. So we missed out on Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer. Sticking for beach.
Yeah.
But I think the right way is to not rush in and go look at Fantilli, right? Like he doesn't have the ceiling that a Leo Carlsson does. Like you got to be smart, and I think they're going to be patient with it.
Listen, patience is the whole message that we've been hearing from the organization for the last couple of years. And you have to remind yourself of that today, because at the end of the day, I agree with what you said earlier on the show that we're at the point now, we have an amazing core on this team right now. We solidified the goaltending, so much exciting young players that our next two swings have to be elite, right? The 1C and the 1D have to. Yeah, Danny just showed us he's going to go after an elite player. A guy like Fantilli, great player. I think if we had him this year on the team, he would make us better. There's no doubt. But you're not going to spend, crazy money for a guy like that. Can you get a trade? Can you get him on the cheap? Maybe that's something that could be worked out. But I think we took the big swing for this summer, and now it's a matter of being patient, working out a trade. Toronto just cleared house out there. Who knows how our boy feels about playing in Toronto going forward. Bedard just got hurt. There may be some opportunities for Danny and Jonesy to strike if we exercise a little patience here.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
I agree with the patience, but Ed Wright hops right in. Patience for a team who hasn't made a Eastern Conference Finals in 16 years.
But see, this is Eddie and I love Eddie. We go back and forth all the time. And Eddie will correctly point out the miss in the drafts in the years past.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right on, Ed. You're spot on. But here's the thing. You got to divorce yourself from that past. You mess up in the past and your spouse is always bringing it up. Like at some point you got to drop it and just focus on the future. The now and the future.
Well, it's almost like if you have a new spouse and she's always talking about her past ex.
Whatever.
And you're like, that wasn't me. I wasn't here.
Yeah, the same thing. It's just like, but Eddie's always living in the past. We're like, dude, like the patience now has nothing to do with the 16 years. It's about you got to exercise patience to move forward.
Yeah,
like that's
I'll
why
take it.
And I love Eddie because he's a great fan and knows the game inside and out.
Yeah, I'll take it a step further. The only relevance the past has is, if you think about it, it's relevant in that Danny and Jonesy and Dan and the whole group talk and everybody are having to unravel the mistakes of the past. Look what Danny and Jonesy have done since they came in. They cleared out the past mistakes and put us in this position where we are one of the youngest teams in the league with Martone, Michkov, Zegras, 2 goaltenders. I mean, if anything, you look at the past and go, yeah, that sucked, but it shows you how much better our front office is right now.
Yeah, and that's my argument with when I. It's funny because I'll say to Eddie, like, what is it you want, right? Like, you want another new regime? Like, you're gonna have another new regime come in here? Like, why?
To do what?
Right.
To do what?
Exactly.
Danny just made Leo Carlsson, who is not the best player in the league by any stretch, the highest paid player in the league. What is it? What is some other regime going to do? That's the biggest swing you could take. So listen, there are some that criticize that offer sheet. There's some that said that's a way overpaying for this guy. And Danny was like, yeah, we are. We're overpaying because we believe in the future. Right. What other regime is going to do that?
Exactly. That's why I go, hey, you know that they're competent and they're doing the right thing. So just, like the.
All right. Valid point here. I'll do a retort. That's right. I want a new scouting director who didn't work for Chuck Fletcher.
Valid.
Yeah. Fair point.
Valid.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he's right about that. That's why I said he knows his stuff. But again, the 16 years has nothing to do with where we sit right now.
No. And meanwhile, think about where we sit right now. We still have all the space. We have all the assets. We have our picks. We have a deep, deep list of young players that are exciting. Barkey, Bump, Tippett, go up at Forster. People just forget that we could actually do well this season with this current roster.
I know. I feel you. And listen, you got a lot. You got a maneuverability to make trades. Like you could take on salary. At some point, you know how this league is. Is McDavid going to be happy? Right? At some point, does he go, that's it, I'm out, right? Any of these guys, you know how it works. Like, this is what it is. You got to be ready to pounce.
And the one thing we could say that's different between this current regime and the past is that when those players are ready now, McDavid, Matthews, Bedard, whoever, when they're ready to make a move, Flyers are at the top of the list. Yeah. And you can't say that about the past regime, but you can say that now because not only do we have players here like the Zegrases of the world that absolutely love this place and can tell their friends about it, but now we just proved that we will pay you.
Yes.
So we are now at the top of that list. We are the Sixers in the LeBron race now, and our past regimes could not say that.
No, that's right. What's going on with Bedard? What do you think's going to happen with him? Because he's interesting.
He's interesting. I think this injury is, I saw it. I watched it. It's a blip on the radar screen for a guy like this. Yeah. But, does he get frustrated? Is Chicago moving in the right direction? I don't know. I think the modern athlete is always going to be in play, right? At the end of the day, they get unhappy with something. We can make more money. And again, we got the dough. So I don't know. It's a bummer what happened with Leo, but it by no means is it a setback. That was just going to push us forward.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. All right, we missed last week. We had the big Xfinity thing last week. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
What are we watching? What's going on? What's catch us up in that world? I'll hit you with one to start. Mobland release date.
Yeah. By the way, Mobland and The Gentleman are both releasing new series with new seasons within a week from each other in September.
The Gentleman? I love The Gentleman. Oh. Why? This is what kills me. September. What happens in September?
Your football starts. Yeah. Yeah, you did the countdown clock for Meg and I yesterday.
I love those two shows. They're probably my favorite shows other than Gomorrah, which I'm still waiting for to be released in the States. They're my favorite shows. It's September. I got no time to watch shows in September.
But it's okay because those shows. Yeah, just build up the episodes. Watch them when you're ready. You're gonna have to wait another year or so for more. So savor it a little bit. You're fine. You're fine. I know you're counting because yesterday when me, you, and Meg were on that thread, we asked.
Tell the story to VG. Tell the story.
VG, we were on a thread yesterday with Meg, and we were talking about some things, and we said, football's almost here. And Anthony comes right in with the clock down to the hours, minutes, seconds of when football starts. He had it ready at his fingertips.
It's all over his house, I'm sure, dude. He's ready to go.
I cannot wait for it. God, I can't wait for it. All this stuff. And I'm excited. Sixers, the Flyers, all that stuff. The soccer's been a good distraction. But, man, there's nothing that, I just can't wait for this. Feels like it's taking forever.
I'll tell you one. I'll preview one that you're going to want to eventually watch. It starts tonight on MGM Plus. So it'll eventually make its way to Paramount or something like that. Or if you have MGM Plus, you can watch it week to week. But it is right up your alley, cuz. Right up your alley. It is called The Westies.
Oh, I saw the preview. Yes. I cannot wait for The Westies.
Yes.
The Westies were a real gang in New York. Irish. They were a real gang, Irish gang in New York. I cannot wait for that.
It stars J.K. Simmons, great cast. But what it's about is that gang that you're talking about, the Irish gang. They were very violent and they were involved in the 1980s construction of New York City's Javits Convention Center. And the series is about that, about their influence and control over the building of the Javits Center in the 80s.
I love it.
Awesome.
It's genius. Like, they were all over Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen, it was ruled by the Westies.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's going to be a great series. And J.K. Simmons
believe
is awesome.
There's another gang they haven't made a TV show about yet. There's still more out there? Jeez, oh, man.
Well, we're working our way into the 80s now. This is great, BG. We're working our way up.
I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
I know. I knew you were going to freak out.
Like, I can't stand them. Like, it invariably annoys me to no end. So yesterday we're like Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And we have to do something to help get, funds, right? Like, so we're going to do a fundraiser, and we got a whole big menu of items. So the bro had a great item for VG to let me punch him in the arm.
I'll give bro the credit for that. I came up. I said,
that arm?
I said, you could punch me in the arm. Yeah, I offered myself for that.
Well, then you said no. You said once.
One $25 donation, not every $25 donation. Yeah,
no, it should be every time.
I do two, one on each arm. That's it.
No.
That's it.
You're going to charge $50. Big whoop.
No, right. Well, that's it.
No,
that's all you get.
No, you should.
That's all you get.
Should for everybody that pays $25.
That's for my attorney, Mr. Wertheimer out there.
Right?
I'm on notice saying I only agree to be punched twice.
You should be able to be punched as many times.
No, because then bro's got to come in and bend. You got to use up all the arms in here.
It's for charity.
I understand. I'll let you punch me twice for charity.
And I want you to annoy me right before that. So I can get a lot of pleasure out of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that won't be hard.
Oh, because he's so easily annoyable, right? Like he annoys easily, Todd. Thank you. Anything triggers him.
No, you trigger me. Todd doesn't trigger me. Julia doesn't trigger me.
Bob Nightingale triggered you.
Oh, that was just a take. I don't want to punch Bob Nightingale. I don't want to punch Ben. I don't want to punch, bro, sometimes. Yeah. But you all the time.
Well, you got to do it twice.
Anyway, Well,
anyway, I think the West season is going to be great. So that starts that starts tonight. Hey, before I just rattle off a few more of what we got going on this week, I got to tell you something we missed last week. So July 4th, of course, what's the greatest movie everybody watches on July 4th?
Jaws.
Jaws, hands down. So, even Billy Matz was, on social media today saying he can't stop watching Jaws. I wanted to talk about this last week, but we were off. There's for all of you young filmmakers out there, or filmmakers, period, but at people who
some of us may not be young filmmakers. We might.
I know, right? Taking a shot at us, Todd.
I meant like up and coming or whatever. Filmmakers.
Again, we're not up and
filmmakers. There is something that you have to download immediately. So Steven Soderbergh, who is arguably one of the best independent filmmakers of all time. He's come up with like the dogma list of how you truly make a real independent film. He's a master of filmmaking and storytelling. He is, like a lot of us, completely obsessed with and was influenced by Jaws and the making of Jaws. Steven Soderbergh went out there and put together the most detailed written account day by day of the making of Jaws, the challenges, the inside information he got from Spielberg, from everybody, the pictures, everything. And what he decided to do, he was going to do a book. And then he was like, I'm not going to do it. I don't have time for that. So what he did was he wrote this whole thing. It's like 300 pages. He put it into an app. The app is called Production 02074. 02074. And the app is available on like Apple, whatever. And you can read this whole account. He saw it 39 times in the theaters when he was young, etc. And all the proceeds from this go to like animal charities. And it is the most detailed, definitive guide to independent film and overcoming challenges and everything. It's incredible.
What? I'm curious. It's an app?
It's an app. So you download the app, and it's like almost like a book. You scan, you swipe it, and there's pictures and detail and everything. But it's just through an app.
Oh, okay. So basically, it's an online book.
Yeah, it's an online book that basically you can get it on your phone.
You just got me thinking about the app. Like, oh, maybe that's what It's interesting, like because you wouldn't think of it. You wouldn't think of a book becoming an app, but
it's so detailed that it's like the app is like $24 to download. Again, it all goes to charity. He said that if he would put it into a book in book form, it would cost consumers like $100+ dollars. It's a big, thick thing. So he was like, I'm not doing that. Let's throw it on cheaper. Let's do it as cheap as we can. Donate all the proceeds to charity and let's go.
Oh, I'm just trying to think about. I'm just wrapping my mind around the whole thing because what? If it's 300 pages, is he saying it would be like 1,000 pages if he wrote it out narratively?
No, it's just that the book has so many pictures and things like that.
Oh, the pictures.
To do it right. Hardcover, color.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's the pictures. All right. I was trying to think about like what makes it so different but it's not about the words. It's about the pictures
it's really cool though. If you're into the film or into filmmaking, it's a must.
What's funny? I had some time. July 4th. It was like hot, and we didn't do anything. And I went to fire it up, but I don't know what happened. I don't have Peacock. I thought I had Peacock. I don't know if I have it on like upstairs in my other one. I was like, because it was only on Peacock.
Yeah, I thought all Comcast customers had the Peacock.
I'm a Comcast guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But no, I think even if you have Comcast, you have to pay extra for it. Huh.
Yeah, it used to be free, I think, but also I think there's certain films that are tiered. And Jaws, I believe, is one of them. Like, I think you have to have a certain level of subscription to get some of those, highly films that are high in demand. So anyway, I think everyone should check that out. It's really cool. But listen,
it's such a great movie. Just to get back to it, because I can't get enough of it. It's such a great movie, man. It like just everything about it. The opening, it's so good. Like it's just so perfectly paced. It's one of the great thrill. It's like how to make a thriller. It's amazing.
Yeah, I get focused, so hyper focused on parts of it. Like the mayor to me is the greatest character in that entire movie. And when he makes that, when he looks dead in the eye of, the sheriff, and he says, if you yell Barracuda, people pretty much move on with their day. But if you yell shark,
yes,
we have a full-blown panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
That's a great scene. He's great, the mayor.
Great scene. Great scene. Anyway, we have some killer horror thriller this week that is available that people have got to watch. The one that I saw in the theaters and I loved it, very dystopian, very cool, premieres today on HBO Max, is The Long Walk, the Stephen King. I think it was his first book he ever wrote, and it's incredible. Mark Hamill's amazing in it. And it's, this dystopian future where, develop patriotism in a post-Civil War country. They have this thing where young kids go on this long walk, and if they fall under 3 miles an hour or they stumble or whatever, they're executed after warnings. And whoever lasts to the end gets cash, but also gets one wish fulfilled. It's really cool and well done and intense. And very much in real time, feels like real time. Wonderful movie. That's out today. The Mummy don't sleep on The Mummy. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. He's the guy who did the last few Evil Dead movies. So he has a very distinct take of this genre. This is much more of The Exorcist meets Evil Dead than it is like the classic Mummy story. It is so creepy and scary. I challenge you to watch it alone by yourself at night.
Yeah,
I challenge you.
I'm in on The Mummy. I'm
out on Mummy.
I love a Mummy.
I hate the Mummy.
It's not what you think, VG. It's not the traditional Mummy. It's very different.
I'll watch it.
Very, very different. I'll tell you, there's a couple, marketing is interesting.
We're up against it, just so you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to tell you real quick. The marketing of The Mummy is not really what it is. You got to watch it. The other show I'm going to tell your audience to watch that don't trust the marketing is Sugar on Apple TV with Colin Farrell, where he plays a noir detective. The show twists and turns upside down. It's not even about that. I'm not going to spoil it. Do not sleep on this show, Sugar on Apple TV.
I'm a big Colin Farrell fan.
Check it, because I'm telling you, it blew me away because it's not what you think. Major twist.
I'm in. I'm in on the Mummy and Colin Farrell. Sugar.
Yep.
I'm in.
Yep.
I love it.
And Silo season 3 is now going on Apple TV as well.
Silo. Which one's that?
Never heard.
Sci-fi, Rebecca Ferguson. It's really good.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. You never disappoint, brother. You're the best. Thank you, pal.
See you guys next week.
All right, there he is. Todd. We'll come back. We got our favorite Rothman docs. We're going to visit with our Rothman doctors and all kinds of stuff. We got big baseball hour with Larry Bowa, Hunter Pence.
Some French fry talk?
Yes, French fry talk.
Continues.
It's all right here.
Friday.
It's right. It's a Friday. We love it. Let's talk about our friends. Let's talk about Parks Casino. That's right. Our casino of choice, perfect for a holiday weekend. They got it all: action, entertainment, excitement, award-winning dining. Make the night complete and stay at the beautiful new Parks View Hotel. Just steps away from Parks Casino. Offers free shuttle service. Tickets still available for these shows at the Excite Center at Parks Casino. July 24th, Gene Simmons, buddy.
Love it.
George Thorogood, August 28th.
Hand of the bone.
Tommy Chong, September 21st. Comedian Bobby Lee, September 24th. Comedian Jim Jeffries, October 24th. America on October 31st. Comedian Michelle Wolf on December 5th. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets for all the shows. Pennsylvania's #1 casino, Street Road, exit off at 95, the PA Turnpike, Ben Salem, Bucks County. Got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, you know what this week is? All-Star Week. Yeah, baby. We kick it off, and we're here. The center, the epicenter of the baseball universe is right here. MLB All-Star Week, July 10th through the 14th. You don't want to miss it. 5 days, one city, every eye in baseball upon us. We've got the culture, the competition, the celebration, the biggest stars, the greatest fans, all in one place for America's summer tradition. The stars are going to be out. The fans are going to take over this city. It's going to come alive. Come on. This isn't just a game. It's a homecoming. So don't miss MLB All-Star Week. It's for the people. Head to allstargame.com to learn more. That's allstargame.com. That's how good, man. We can't wait for this. Also, I can't wait for the home run derby.
Let's go.
That's going to be fun, man. Good stuff. All right. Joining us right now, every other Friday, we love our Rothman Doctors, where we kind of dive into sports injuries, right? Like we get into especially since we're all weekend warriors, and it's great to learn about injuries. As a reporter, I always was fascinated by this because it's such a big part of covering it. So our man, Dr. Aif Ilas, is going to join us. He's a hand surgeon. He's a hand surgery consultant. He was a hand surgery consultant for the Eagles and the Sixers.
Ooh, yeah.
And today we're going to talk a little World Cup.
All right.
Right? And Jordan Henderson from England broke his wrist.
Horrible video.
Did you see that?
Yes.
So Dr. Ilas is here. Hi, Doc.
Hey, cuz, how are you?
How you doing, buddy? Doing good?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Look at that smile. If I'm your patient, I immediately am at ease. Doc's got me. I'm good.
Nice to say that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
You got a great smile. So let's talk about with this injury with Jordan Henderson and what happened. He breaks the wrist. It was unbelievable video, Doc. Like, I'm sure you saw it. My God.
Yeah, I mean, poor guy. The guy's going out to celebrate, jumps over whatever that is, some advertising wall or whatever.
Yes.
And I mean, the whole world, not the country, the whole world sees you break your wrist. That's pretty brutal. And it's a pretty bad injury. So happy to talk about it. Poor guy, though.
I know. I mean, like, you just survived, right? You're down to 10 men. You survive against Mexico in Azteca, where Mexico never loses. And you have this amazing moment, and now you're going to miss the rest of the World Cup. So what happens what kind of force do you need to generate to snap your wrist like that?
Yeah, so likely the fracture is what we call a distal radius, which is your main wrist bone. So you can break your wrist in a few spots. Most commonly is the distal radius. My assumption is that's what the injury is. And it's one of the most common fractures in general. It consists of about 25% of all pediatric and elderly fractures. So it's a pretty common injury. And that's basically because when we all fall, we all kind of instinctually put out our hands to protect our heads and our body. So that hand, that wrist takes the force, and that bone can break or fracture. And fracture and break are the same thing. And luckily, most of the time, the majority of the time, we can treat these fractures without surgery, with a combination of casting, bracing, therapy, and time. But sometimes when a fracture is what we call displaced or unstable, we'll have to do surgery. And I think that's what's going on with Jordan Harris. And that's pretty typical. And the more displaced, the more unstable it is. We'll often treat fractures in that way. But the good news is that those fractures heal well with surgery. And I anticipate with time he's going to have a full recovery, I hope.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had it. They casted mine. Like, it wasn't any, like, do they do on this one, are they doing screws and pins and plates? Like, is that possible? I mean, and what's the recovery time for a guy who's 36?
Yeah, of course. So there's a bunch of ways we can treat distal radius fractures, again, assuming that's the fracture pattern we're talking about, which is the most common one and the one that it appears by the fall on TV. And most commonly, we'll do a plate and screws construct where you go down to the bone, set it, apply a plate on the surface of the bone, and then some screws to stabilize the fracture. There are scenarios where you'll use pins or X fixes or external fixators, but really far and away, most commonly, especially at his age, what he does for a living, playing ball. That's how we'll tackle those fractures. And typically, the surgery is an hour plus. give or take. And the recovery, it's variable, but in terms of getting back functionally, you get back pretty quickly in terms of day-to-day stuff. But in terms of playing, it can take longer, and it's really driven by the sport. So in this guy's case, he's playing soccer or football, depending if you're outside America. And he'd probably get back sooner. But if you're playing any kind of skill position where you're using your hands and wrists and arms to play, it's going to take a little longer. But we treat a lot of these injuries at Rothman for athletes at all levels, from pro down to college and high school. Yeah, we're looking at 2 to 3 months generally before we're allowing impact, depending on how bad it is and patient's age and what they're getting back to.
If he's 36, so what kind of factor does the age play in this thing?
Oh, listen, when you treat these high-end professional athletes, they're just so well conditioned and so well tuned and so frankly responsible and deliberate about their health and their recovery. They do better than you and I would do, frankly, because the attention they give it and how well they are physically and from a health perspective in general. But still, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not not right away. Depending on the sport, what we try to do is get people back as soon as we can. Taking care of a lot of professional players over the years, we'll try to make things work, get players back sooner than that period of time. That doesn't mean they're recovered. We're stabilizing the injury, we're protecting the injury, we're getting them back to play depending on their position, what they need to do, often much sooner than that. But in terms of like being back to normal, quote unquote, you're looking at least 3 months.
Wow. Yeah. Now, if he was a running back in our football, how long would that take?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, listen, I'm not going to name names, but there's been many Eagles and others who've had these injuries that we've treated, and they're not always out 3 months, right? So we're getting people back pretty quickly, and we've got people back remarkably quickly. But again, making, based on how we're fixing the fracture and then how we're stabilizing and how we're protecting it afterwards.
Yeah.
And then we'll often kind of control the amount of touches, the type of plays, et cetera. So it really depends. But the point of it is that we can get you back. It's going to take a little bit of time. It depends what you're doing, what your needs are. You mentioned football. So football, high intensity, high impact sport. Every week counts a lot, right? Especially late in the season, you're making a playoff runs like the Birds often do. We need our starters out there. So you're making adjustments to get them back to playing. There's been several like that in the past several years.
And you see guys, like in the NFL, you see guys playing with clubs, with casts. So, which happens a lot. Any kind of wrist thing. They're out there in 3 weeks, 2 weeks sometimes with a club. And you see it like you're
totally. We'll use the term like skill players, which is kind of a funny term. So basically players who handle the ball or don't handle the ball in football, right? So if you're not handling the ball, you're a lineman, you're a linebacker, you're a DB. We can get you back sooner protecting the injury because it's an upper extremity injury, so it's a little bit different when it's below the elbow, right? And lower extremity is obviously a whole different beast altogether. But if you're a skill player, if you're throwing the ball, you're catching the ball, you're carrying the ball, it changes dynamics quite a lot.
Hey, Doc, I got to ask you because you're like, listen, you were a consultant for the Sixers, the Eagles. What do you think of Jaylen Brown, brother? What do you think, buddy?
I think that's huge. Can I make a plug, cuz?
Yeah, please.
I'm going to make a plug for the king, for LeBron. There's all this talk about him, looking at these teams. I mean, listen, coming to Philly, it's a no-brainer, LeBron, no-brainer. If you want to end your career with a championship, with a trophy, this is the place to go. I mean, we're stacked going into the season. And could you imagine having LeBron with us?
Oh, my God. Like, you got to be kidding me. This would be perfect. And what a great wooing point. We have the best doctors right here. And for a guy that's, as a veteran like LeBron, how perfect it is to have the great Rothman doctors ready for him at any point.
We got him. We're ready for him. Whatever he needs.
I love it, Doc. You're the greatest, man. That is awesome. Hey, what do you think, Birds? What do we got? What's your record?
For this season coming up?
Yeah.
Listen, we're making a run. And listen, I got to say, our team's got a lot of disrespect in the offseason with all these rankings you're seeing. I'm sure you see these rankings and polls.
Yes!
I can't believe
they ranked us the 19th tight end in football. Are you kidding me?
I mean, the way they talk about our QB, the way they talk about our receivers, our tight ends, our D-line, it's unbelievable. It's so much disrespect. But frankly, the way I look at that, it's only going to fuel the fire because we're going to make a run. So we're going to go deep into the playoffs. We're going to make a run this year. I can feel it. I can feel it.
You're the greatest, man. You gotta listen. I love you guys. We got to do a thing where we have you come in and just talk sports. That's it. Because you're awesome, dude. In fact, we're gonna post the plea to LeBron. Maybe he'll see it. All right.
We can talk sports all day, cuz you just tell us when.
You're the greatest, bro. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Pleasure. Again, you are sensational, man. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, cuz. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
That dog was awesome.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
giving a public plea.
That's what Philadelphia's about. That's what Philadelphia is about.
He's gonna plug like some youth sports he's involved in or something. He's like, I gotta give a plug.
Oh
like,
my God! I love that. I just absolutely love it. It's great. But yeah, you know, we always talk about Rothman because I have Achilles and a knee, and I went to Rothman. They saved your life.
Yes,
your neck when you're in that car accident.
I got plates and screws in my forearm.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I mean it's amazing. Anyway, all right, let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. It's National French Fry Day.
Yeah.
All right. The best French fries. You want to woo LeBron,
right?
All right.
Yes.
The crab fry. So we can woo LeBron with some crab fries. And then Larry Bowa to talk baseball.
All right.
All-Star game.
He's got to be stoked. Everybody's coming here.
Right. Like, you know, as a great baseball man. And our old friend Hunter Pence is going to join us coming up at 11:30. But first, let's talk about our friends. All right, let's talk about TrueMark Credit Union. So I know Kelly's a huge Phillies fan. She's like fired up over All-Star game, the whole thing. Something you actually like. This rewards the way you already spend your money. That's what you get with the Everyday Elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. We're talking up to 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases, including gas. And for a limited time, new cardholders also get 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months and then 17.99% APR after that. Like, we're talking everyday stuff to you, but I mean, gas, food, like whatever you do, you're going to get cash back. It's more cash back. It's less catch. Apply today, TrueMark.com, or stop by any of TrueMark Credit Union's 24 branch locations. Rates based on credit worthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases, bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA.
Elkin Chevrolet, run by three brothers, and they are real brothers. Local guys, and right now, these guys, they're going all in. You check out their inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, the ones people actually want, and they're priced to move. They got Silverado, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazers. If that's on your list, they have it, and they're going fast. So if you've been waiting, don't, because once they're gone, they are gone. Whether it's getting to a game, getting to work, or getting out of town, you'll be driving off in the right ride at a price that makes it an easy yes. And here's the difference. No runaround, no back and forth, no hassling, no nickel and diamond, no games, just real brothers making real deals every single day. Elkin Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. Really easy to get to, Route 73 South in beautiful Marlton, New Jersey.
All right. We got our man. All right. It's National French Fry Day.
That's what I hear.
Bro, French Fry Day. Bro's a French fry man.
Some fries.
You're a French fry man, bro. It's National French Fry Day. No, I'm not doing it. You don't dip. No. Bleep Belgium. Spain wins. All right. I hate Belgium. I'm out. All right. No, I only get out. You know what I like? Crab fries. That's Americana. All right.
Yes, it
you
is.
Want to woo LeBron James? You woo LeBron James with crab fries. And the creator of crab fries, our buddy Pete from Chickies and Pete's. What is it, brother? Wait, you're on mute.
Can you hear me?
I got you, buddy. Yeah,
happy Crab Friday day to you. Thanks for the plug. And you're right. You want LeBron? Crab fries is the way to get to him. Get to every man, go through the stomach, not through the pocket.
Well, it is, right? And being National Fry Day, the crab fry is there's nothing like it. When it comes out, like that big basket of hot crab fries, there's nothing better, man. Like that first
there's not better.
fry. Oh man, I gotta get there on my way home.
You got to stop in. And here's the funny thing: they're only $1 today. So at all participating Chickie and Pete's, $1 an order for crab fries at all places, and $5 pitchers of Miller Lite. All the money from the pitchers of Miller Lite and the dollar crab fries goes to the Philadelphia Fraternal Order of Police Fund Foundation.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So not only you're the Philadelphia Police Foundation, FOP, is benefiting by this. And so you're doing a good deed by getting the crab fries, and you're enjoying yourself because the first order just came in about a half hour ago. 10 orders. First order. 10, only 10.
10.
Come pick them up for their kids, for the neighbors, for sitting on the step tonight out on a Friday night in the summer. Go send somebody down a crab fry, get 10 orders of crab fries. There's no limit. Get 20 orders, whatever you want.
Wow.
And the cheese.
Wow.
And you get free cheese.
Free cheese.
Free cheese.
That melted American cheese.
Are you kidding me? The mice are dancing in the streets. They're hoping somebody loses one on the way to their car.
You know why you're the greatest? You just said something awesome. You say, hey, go send somebody to go get crab fries, sit on the step. When you sit on the step, it's a summer night. Like, that's that's Philadelphia. Sitting on the step in the summer, eating crab fries.
I was painting a picture. In the summer, somebody has to go out and get the pizza or go out and get the crab fries. In this case, it's going to be crab fries. But, who's going to go pick up the ice cream, whatever. That's what you do. That's what the step's all about. My wife, when we first moved to our house, she wanted to put steps in. They didn't go anywhere just so people could sit on them outside. No, I'm that serious. My wife, she's a Mayfair girl, and I'm a Northeast Philly guy. And we know it's the value of sitting on the step.
I love the step. It was always like I close my eyes, and you're right. Like the summertime, you'd have the street light like right there, and everybody would be around. It was always people were out. They would talk. It was like an essence of Philadelphia connecting with everyone.
And I'm going to add one more thing to it. You ready? Not only that, but the people didn't have the air conditioners. So the windows were open, and you could hear the Phillies game in the living room. Because Pop was watching the game on the TV.
Pop was watching the game.
That's the whole picture.
Yeah.
That's the whole picture. You can see the sheer curtains blowing in the wind.
Do you remember, like, you could walk, like, you walk up a little street, and they would, you had the porches, like in South Philly, you had porches, and they would be sitting outside listening to the ball game on the radio, and like you would, or the windows open, like you said, and you hear the TV. If you just walk down the block, you could get continually Harry and Richie for a whole block.
I agree. Just like the beach. People used to bring the transistor radio to the beach.
Yeah.
Now everybody's got ear pods.
Yeah.
You can't know what the hell to listen to.
Yeah.
Then you didn't need your own radio because the guy next to you had a radio on the beach.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't steal under your blanket, you're okay.
Let's talk about, I got to ask you about crab fries for a second because it's really genius. Like when you had the first one, right? And it was like the crabs were it. Like we were like in South Philly, you go, yo, let's go to Chickie's and Pete's crabs. Like that was like a big deal. And then
yes, they were.
And it was like always like, oh man, you go there just for crabs. And then as you expanded, that crab fry became bigger than anything, bigger than the crab. It's amazing.
Well, it was the third most sold food item or beer item, or liquid item at Lincoln Financial Field for the FIFA games. And they had they showed how many were sold. I forget the number, but it was great to be part of that soft pretzel, crab fry, hot dog, a beer. I want to be part of that. That's what we are. And we feel like a welcoming committee because the first thing you see when you came into the airport was Chickie and Pete's.
Yeah.
The last thing you see when you go leave is Chickie and Pete's. So if you didn't get a crab fry before that, you get one on the way out. Or you come to Chickie and Pete's today and get them for $1.
Did you have an idea that it would take off? They would take off like that? Because that was your creation.
No idea. It was a total accident. I started playing with the seasoning, gave it to people for free. And, all the regulars every day, same guys every day. Shot of beer, shot of Imperial, shot of Secret 7, bottle, an 8-ounce or it leaves. That's what I did every day. And I started giving these guys free fries, that extra seasoning, and letting them and they figured out they had to be good enough where on our menu, it doesn't say plain fries or crab fries. At the stadium, it doesn't say plain fries or crab fries. It says crab fries. So they had to be good enough that you didn't have a choice.
Right.
And we've proven that even with no choice, people order them. It's the most sold thing at the Citizens Bank Park.
It's unbelievable. It's funny, man, how, you were kind of experimenting, and, it just became its own, like on the boardwalk. I mean, think about it. Like, it became so much like it's a Philadelphia staple. I mean, it's amazing that item is just
crab fry guy.
I freaking love it. I love it. That's the best.
Look at this. He even has his own stuffed animal.
I love it. I love it. And like you go to the boardwalk and it's like, oh my God, this is the greatest treat ever. And if Wildwood and the boardwalk was always the place for treats, and it became the perfect place when you brought crab fries there.
You know what's good about it? It's a shareable item.
Yeah.
3 people could eat it, 4 people could eat it, 2 people could eat it, 1 person could if they want. But you can get something else to eat too. Because if you just got, like if you buy a sandwich, you eat the sandwich, you're full.
Yeah.
You can't buy it, you don't have room for something else.
Yeah.
Crab fries, you could graze.
Yes.
You can graze. Get a little Lars fudge, get a little crab fries, maybe get a frozen drink, go short, whatever the name of the ice cream place is. You get theirs, Coors Brothers, right? You got a little bit of everything, and then that's the way to go on the boardwalk, in my opinion. A saltwater taffy late at night, a little chewy for the teeth. Nice.
It's the truth. You're right. And you know what the best is about them? Like to watch a game, have a beer and crab fries while you're watching a game. It's perfect because, like you said, it takes you through the game.
You smell it. Yeah, you smell the crab fries. It's amazing that they have that much of a smell. But, a lot of people tell me every day, my kid, I take him to a game. The first thing we have to do is get crab fries.
Yeah.
First thing.
Yeah.
Forget about the game.
Yeah.
Home run derby. Who cares? Give me crab fries.
Yeah. It's awesome. Awesome.
So we expect a good day today. We're glad to help the Philadelphia Police Charitable Foundation. And we're very happy to help them because they're the people to keep the city safe, as it's been last week with all these people from all over the world. It was a completely safe city. There was no issues.
They did a great job. Great
job. And we just want to say thank you to their families who put up with putting their people on the line, their family members. And this is to help the kids go to school and so on and so forth for college funds. So that's very nice. We're very happy to do it. It's our 13th year in a row doing it. And like I said, $5 pitcher lights, Miller Lights, $5 pitchers. Bring the kids down. Don't let them drink the Miller Light, but bring them down anyway. Get the crab fries. A buck. I don't even buy 50 cents.
You got to be kidding me. And free cheese.
And you're helping.
Crab fries and free cheese.
And you're helping.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Brother, you're always the best, man. We love
Gargano,
you.
You're going places, baby. Yeah. You're going places, Gargano. There's nobody better than you. Let nobody change you. You're true to yourself.
I miss that guy.
I miss him too. I do miss him.
Yeah. He was the greatest. Brother, we love you. I love
you
whole
too.
thing. It's one of the greatest Philadelphia items ever. So we'll be all eating dollar crab fries today.
All right. Take care, everyone.
See you, brother.
Thanks, Anthony.
The crab. Pete the Crab. Checking in.
Free
Dollar
cheese,
crab.
$5 pitchers. The cheese is so key. Not many people do the melted American cheese. It's nice.
So let me ask you a question. Can the bro send the bro down?
Yeah, can someone get us some fries?
Don't we have, what about Ben?
I don't know what they're doing. They're probably in a meeting.
They're at meeting? Where's Ben? Is bro in the back? Is he in his office? Bro!
Yeah, he's calling.
There he is. Bro,
he knows something's up.
Bro, come here.
He's keen to us.
Ben to Chickies and Pete's. They're $1 crab fries.
And free cheese.
Free cheese. Send Ben to go get crab fries.
Or is Todd coming in today? Send Todd.
They're open. The Chickies are open.
He just had his first order and he just told
He's down there.
All right, I'll go grab.
Yeah, tell him. Give him $5.
Yeah, get like 2 orders.
5
orders? Yeah.
Yeah, there's people. Everybody's gonna eat. Everybody's gonna eat.
Don't forget about the cheese.
Take Jules' car. Just tell him to go. All right, time now for PHLY pitch. So this is where we go through the items.
This is where we go through the staff picks.
Oh, this is staff picks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The PHLY pitch courtesy of Dick's Sporting Goods. Our good friends at Dick's Sporting Goods. Belgium, Spain, right? Belgium, Spain?
Belgium, yeah. Spain v. Belgium. Staff has picked.
Who's picking Belgium?
27.3% of our staff did.
Oh.
Spain rolls today.
Yeah.
Rolls.
I agree.
Stop with the Belgium.
No, they're not beating Spain.
No way.
That's just a contrarian pick.
Yamal's going to score twice today.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, then we got
tomorrow
Argentina and Switzerland.
All right. Argentina, Switzerland.
This could be another one.
This is
27.3. It's the same
yeah,
person.
it's the same thing.
Who's picking
Yeah.
that?
The same person.
You didn't pick Switzerland, did you?
Who's picking Switzerland?
Go, Ben. Make a run, baby. Make a run. Chickies and Pete's.
Get us some fry.
Crab fries. What'd you say? Well, all right, now we know you know your true colors. That's all. All right.
Yeah, we know.
You're dismissed. He thinks he's trying to be Philadelphia.
See, he's using it incorrectly.
Yeah, incorrect.
That's a punch in the face.
Bum?
Yeah.
You just said bum?
He said
He's calling him a bum.
Because we're trying to explain.
He doesn't know how to use the word bum.
He doesn't know how to do it.
No, that was wrong.
That's not an appropriate.
That was
weak.
wrong.
He's weak. He's weak. All right.
All right,
Man,
last
anything
one
for
we
the
got.
show here.
Norway, England.
All right.
This is a little closer.
It's tight. I'm going to Vikes. Going to Vikings, Sammy.
Well, wait a second. Norway's, they got more people are taking Norway than England.
Yeah.
I like it.
54.5.
I think the Brits win.
Harry.
I'm a big Holland fan, so, I love that dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Brits win.
That Norwegian goalie.
Dude, you feel bad for Sammy?
Nah.
No.
Nah, I love Sammy.
I kind of like.
Saying violation.
He's not having. He said
I kind of
violation.
feel bad for Sam. Like, I kind of want to, I want to see him happy. I mean, listen, what do we care about Norway? What connection you got to Norway? Bleep Norway.
Nah, they got better metal. Norwegian black metal better than most English metal. Greatest new wave of British heavy metal. I don't love those bands. Iron Maiden's good, but the Norwegian black metal.
Norwegian black metal. It's so,
Never heard
so
of it.
weird. You're just a freak. Just a stone freak. Oh, my God. It's freak. All right. Our Love Philly Hour begins now. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just the title of Philly. It's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asks for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward. The legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud. Because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. That's right. Love Philly brought to us by Wawa and our great friends at Wawa. Wawa loves Philly. We love our Wawa. That's right. Our Love Philly hour begins as we celebrate 50 years of Philadelphia baseball, right? The last 50 years.
That's some good times.
The last time the All-Star game was here. And well, not last time, but in 1976, we celebrated the bicentennial. And
that's the last time?
No, it wasn't the last time, but that was, and now we're back in the center of baseball again. I remembered, I was a little kid, the whole thing. The idea of the Phillies and 50 years of baseball in this town, this great baseball cities. We celebrate America's pastime with baseball and all the All-Stars here. There's only one guy that can tell us what it really means, that can explain what Philadelphia baseball is, that lived it and breathed it, for the most part, right here for the last 50 years. It's the great Larry Bowa.
Hey,
good morning,
what's up,
man?
Looking forward to this weekend. It should be exciting. There's no question about that. But, I like that, what you just did. I got to see a little bit of this, your opinion of Philadelphia. It's unbelievable. You hit the nail right on the head. These guys that are going to come in and play here, they have no idea about how avid this fan base is, the ovation that the Phillies are going to get once they get introduced on the lines. Especially Marshy, going to be starting in one of the outfield positions. So it should be a lot of fun. And like I said before, there's no other place to play baseball than Philadelphia. You can take Boston, New York, LA. I've been to all of them. Philly, it's just different. The fans love their players. They show their emotions. They're not afraid to get on you if you're not playing the way you're supposed to. But I'll tell you what, when you play the way you're supposed to, it's the greatest feeling in the world because they honor you with ovations, parades, everything. So I'm looking forward to this weekend, and it should be a blast. And I hope that Schwarb and Harp face off each other for the final two guys and see who wins the home run contest.
Oh, that would be sensational. Absolutely
that would
sensational. I want to go back because I think to fully understand what kind of town and its relationship with baseball, when you get here, right? And, you were raised in Philadelphia. You were raised by this organization. You were a kid and you became a man in Philadelphia. Like, what, only you can explain it. Like, you lived it. You breathed it. This is a part of you.
You know what, Anth? I think the biggest thing is that these guys, when I say these guys, the fans, they want effort. If you give them effort every time you put that uniform on, I'm not going to say they're never going to boo you because, hey, they booed the greatest third baseman ever in Mike Schmidt. But they also realized halfway or three-quarters of the way through his career what a great player he was. And then they honored him with ovations every time he came to the plate. You have to be ready to play when you put that uniform on, especially, I mean, all the time you should be ready. But when you're playing a home game, you better do your homework. You better play hard and give the fans what they want. This is a blue collar city, and they want you to play like a blue collar player. They don't want to see you trot down to first on a ground ball. They want to see you run everything out. They want to see you show emotion when you pull out a game in the bottom of the ninth, when you win a World Series, when you have a parade. It's easy for me to talk about this, but until you've actually gone through it, they're never going to know. I try to tell Hart, you have no idea if we win this whole thing, the parade and the adulation you guys are going to get. Like I said, they can look at all the video they want. Until you've actually lived it, you have no idea how passionate these fans are.
It was really interesting too in your journey is like you guys were really a big part of the community. Like you were around. Like I remember like stalking you at my family friend. Our family friend was Joe Irera. He used to have a pharmacy in South Philly. And if you were there making an appearance or whatever it was, hanging out because you were friends with Joe, we would stalk you, right? You play golf. I remember you playing golf. And I remember being a 12-year-old kid, like waiting in line as you were getting ready to tee off to sign an autograph. Like, you were like you lived among us, but like I always got the sense that you loved being with the people. Like you enjoyed that whole interaction with everybody.
I really do, because they're so supportive of their athletes. It's unbelievable. The one thing that I think about a Philly fan is I don't want to hear people say they're front runners, because let's face it, the Phillies, what have we won? 2 World Series? That's not very many considering how long the Phillies have been here. But they are passionate fans. They stay with you. And to win the first ever in Philly history was something that I look back on and say, that's unbelievable. And I try to tell these guys playing now, man, you have no idea if that last out and you're holding that trophy and the parade down Broad Street. And I think you got to keep it real with the fans here. They know when you're fake. They know when you don't believe in them. They know when you think you're giving them the so-called correct answers. They like to hear you say, hey, you know what? That ground ball that I missed tonight, I got to catch that ball. Let them hit it 99 more. I'm going to catch them. They don't want to hear, oh, it hit a pebble. And I try to tell young kids, be honest with them. Don't try to sugarcoat anything. If you have a bad game, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I got to be better. And I think if you can relate to that, you got to be mentally tough, and as you well know, to play in this city. And if you're not, they will run you out of here. And that's not a knock on them. They want you to be mentally tough, to be able to go through adversity. Most of these people that come to these games gone through a whole lot of adversity. And I'm a firm believer in sports. You have to go through some adversity to get where you want to go. And if you can come out of that and play in Philadelphia, it's the greatest place in the world to play. And like I said before, I've been in all the other places. I know for a fact, just talking to people since I've taken the uniform off, but still involved, people don't want to come here and play in the playoffs. They're intimidated here. And I've talked to veterans that say, man, this is a scary place to play. You very seldom hear that anywhere else. I know you don't hear it in LA. I was out there. and I was in the playoffs. I mean, if you won, fine. If you lost, no big deal. That's not like it is here. I
No.
mean, it's, and you know what? In all fairness to our team, in all fairness to our fans, our people are getting a little bit, I'm not saying tired, but they want to see us go deep. They don't want this first round stuff. We got to go deep, and I think we have the arsenal right now. And I watched Luzardo last night, and man, he looked like Sandy Koufax last night. We got three guys at the top of that rotation, and I think Nola, his last start, really proved a lot. I would not want to come in here with the crowd, with those three pitchers that we have and our star power in our lineup. It's going to be an intimidating place to play. There's no question.
And by the way, the closer, right? Like you look at Duran, what a weapon he is. Like last night, puts the first two guys on. You're like, does he have his stuff tonight? And then bang, bang, strikeout, end game.
It's unbelievable. And I never had that feeling before. Usually, you respect the game. You say, oh, well, we need 3 out.
Yeah.
I was with the Yankees coaching, and Mariano Rivera came in. Literally, I said, okay, it's time to shower.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get that feeling now
Yeah.
when Duran comes in. Even when they do put the ball in play, it's very weak contact. This guy's the real deal. And I think that's the biggest thing we got to do. We got to be more consistent because we're getting in the playoffs. Once we get in the playoffs, we got to be more consistent, especially offensively. And I think these guys are tired of hearing people say, listen to talk radio. Oh, we know the Phillies are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be eliminated. I think these guys are getting tired of that. And the ball's going to be in their court because it would be a shame, Anthony, as you well know, to have this kind of talent and never get to a World Series. That would be devastating, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really would be. To have this collection, have those pitchers. I mean, like you led this by saying, like, when you look at what Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luzardo give you, like, that is such an advantage. You're going to win any series. You're going to win at least 2 of the 3 of those games. So you're automatic. I don't care who you're playing. You're automatically looking at an advantage in a series.
No question. And I know for a fact, because I've watched every game we played the Dodgers. Dodgers don't want to play us. I'm telling you right now, that's my opinion. The Dodgers do not want to play us, especially with our 2 lefties, with all their left-handed power they have in that lineup. And I think right now they're looking at the standings and saying, man, I hope the Phillies don't get in. But we're gonna have to go through them, which it should be like that. If to be the best, you got to beat the best. And they've definitely proved they've been the best. But I think this group of guys, the mentality is a little bit different. I just feel it's different. Even though we started off a little slow, I've been with them through spring training and up until now. There's something different about this team that I really feel that they believe it's their time. And like I said, I think Rob Thompson did a tremendous job. It just so happens we played 2 teams at the time that were extremely hot, the Braves and the Cubs, who beat our brains in. And then, Dave Dombrowski thought he had to make a change, and he did. Because basically, like I said, I go down there every home game, and they're doing the same stuff with Rob as they are with Donnie, but they're playing up to their capabilities. That's the bottom line. And if you play up to your capabilities, which I hope they continue to do, we're going to be in good shape. There's no question about that.
You brought up the series of the Dodgers, and I think we forget, and that series was an even series, tight, close series.
Yeah.
And we forget that Zack Wheeler did not pitch in that series.
Right.
And, Bo, I got to tell you, I got Bob Nightingale covers baseball for USA Today. Bob and I go way back. Like, he was in L.A., I was in New York, and, I love him. He's a great baseball guy. But we had a very much difference of opinion when it comes to Wheeler. Because, first of all, I don't know how he doesn't make the All-Star team.
I'm shocked.
Shocked.
I'm shocked he's not on that team.
Like, it's all great. The change worked, and Donnie Baseball comes in, right? But what coincided with that change was Wheeler coming back.
Yep, no question. No question. You talk about a big piece. That's a big piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
And this guy has not skipped a beat. I mean, that surgery he went through, that's not a little thing he's got to take care of. That's a major surgery. And to do what he's doing right now is incredible. And it appalls me that he's not on that team. And hopefully, I don't want to see anybody hurt. But if someone says, "Oh, I don't think I want to go," or I feel a little tingle in my arm, if he's not added to this team, I would be so disappointed because this guy's done everything imaginable. And as you said, he's the main piece that started this team on a roll to where we are right now. No question about that.
And, we've got this big picture conversation about Hall of Fame. And like John Lester is up for the Hall of Fame. Like, and I'm going,
Right.
and he's like, well, how many wins does Wheeler have? 122. Well, that's low. Well, in this scope of baseball, where managers lift pitchers with the frequency of it and all the specialists, the numbers that you looked at Hall of Famers from before are completely antiquated. They don't exist anymore. Zack Wheeler, in my eyes, is this generation's Roy Halladay.
Good call. Good call. And as you said, the game's different now. I mean, I've seen Wheeler in a bunch of games where he goes in the 7th inning and there's no score, so they take him out. And that because of the fact this is how the game is now. You go to your setup man, you go to your closer, and he doesn't get a win there. The only game that I think that he's been shortchanged, and I think if this is just my opinion, if Donnie could do a do-over, I'd let him pitch one more hitter, get that 5th inning where they took him out after 4 2/3. But this guy is such a professional. I don't think anybody's ever going to get 250 wins anymore, just the way the game's played. But 122 wins, the way the game's structured right now, to me is great. And what not only is it great, but it's Wheeler. Every time we had a little bump in the road, he's the guy that stops the bump in the road. He's the guy that when you take the mound, you say, we're not going to need 5 runs tonight. If we get 2, we have a good chance of winning. It's almost like the feeling we had with Carlton. You know, you go through a little lull and you got Carlton on the mound, you say, forget it. We don't have to score 6. We don't have to score 5. Get 2, maybe get 1. You got a chance to win. And I think that's the mentality of our team when Wheeler takes the mound. Because as good as Sanchi's been, as good as Luzardo's been, and of course we know Nola's history, as good as he's been, Wheeler's the guy that you want to stop a slump, to stop a 4 or 5 game losing streak. He's the guy that comes in and slams the door.
Yeah, and the thing about him, this is why it reminds me of Halladay, because like you just can't get a lot of lift. His ball's really heavy, and you can't get a lot of lift out of it. And he never gets blown up. Like as great as Cliff Lee could be at times during that era, he get blown up at times. Sanchez, unbelievable. But like the other night, he gave up 9. Like those lefties sometimes get blown up. Wheeler never gets blown up.
It don't matter if you're hitting right or left-handed. He has weapons for both sides of the plate. That's what makes this guy special.
Yeah.
And his intensity level, if you go in the locker room and watch him on days he doesn't pitch, you would say, oh, this guy's aloof. He's not mentally tough. But I tell you what, on game day, it's a complete different animal. This guy, when he posts, he's got one thing in mind. And you know what? I'm not glad he's not on the All-Star game, but he's got a chip on his shoulder right now. There's no question about that. And he went out the other night against Cincinnati when he found out he wasn't picked. And you saw him.
Yes.
I couldn't believe you could take it to another level, but it looked like he took it to another level.
They couldn't touch him.
I think this guy takes it to the nth degree every time he goes out there. But he had that look in his eyes the other night. And hopefully, I hope they put him on the team. But if they don't, I hope that look stays the rest of the season because he's one of those guys. He doesn't forget. He does not forget. He keeps, as they say, he keeps the receipts. And he's going to remember this. There's no question about that.
Yeah, if I'm the Tigers, I don't want to face him on Sunday.
I don't either. And that's going to be a good game Sunday. Skubal against Wheeler. The thing that bothers me, Anthony, is this guy Wheels came out and said, hey, I don't care if I pitch Sunday. That's the Tuesday game is my throw day. I can throw an inning. He's all but told him, I'm okay to pitch an inning. So that's another reason why I don't understand why he's still not on that team. But again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because he definitely deserves to be out there. And you mentioned John Lester, who had a great career, but I don't know if John Lester's pitched in as many games like that means something. Lester was a real good pitcher. He pitched in Boston; they did good. Pitched for the Cubs, but Wheeler, I rank Wheeler up there with the best of the best. There's no question about that.
Yes. Hey, I want to run an idea by you. My idea for the postseason is I would bring up Gage Wood to be my bridge to Durant. Like I love how hard that kid throws. I keep him kind of buried so there's no book on him, and then I would explode him on the scene, and I would in the playoffs have him as my bridge to Durant.
Oh, he definitely has a great arm. The only thing that would bother me on that, Ant, is no matter how good he is and how calm he is out there, when you get into that type of atmosphere, it's different. You would like to see him get his feet wet before that. But I really believe that Dave, which he's done so many times at the trade deadline, I really, really believe that they're going to do something at the back end of that bullpen. When I say back end, I'm not talking about a closer.
No, right. No, you need a bridge.
Rest,
we need a bridge.
The rest of the back end of the bullpen, I think, is good. The only word I'm going to use, they got to be more consistent. The arms are there. There's no question about that. The stuff is there. There's got to be a consistency there. Like Kerkering, I think, has been throwing the ball well. In this last game, he walked, 2 or 3 guys in a row. You can't do that.
No.
When you get into the playoffs, you got to make routine plays. You got to make the plays. When there's a man on third base and less than 2 outs, you got to find a way to get him in. All those little things that mean a lot in the playoffs, we have not been able to execute. And that's the reason we've been eliminated, with the exception of the 1 year when we played Houston in the World Series. So we got to get back to that, playing consistent baseball, not giving away outs, and of course having our pitchers do what they're doing right now.
Yeah. The other reason why I brought up Wood though too is, and I know he's get your feet wet. I get it. Kid's got balls. Like he did it.
He does.
In College World Series. Like
yep.
I love that. Like to me sometimes I don't want to be afraid. If I think a kid's got it, and got the stones for it, go ahead, because I do think that adds to it.
You know what? When you're around baseball a long time, you can look into a guy's eyes and tell. You can say,
"Yes,
I'm not pulling this guy. He's got it." Yes. And I'm not getting on Washington right now because I think their offense is off the charts.
Yeah.
But when those games that we won in Washington, every game we were behind going in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning, and every time they brought a reliever in, and I wasn't even at the ballpark, I watched it on television. They had close-ups of these guys. Not a good look.
No,
not a good look. And you know what?
When you're around
when you're around baseball, you see that. You see that look, and they can tell you, "Oh, I'm good," but your eyes tell you, "No, you're not. You're not good." Yeah. But this kid Wood, he's got it.
Yeah,
he's got a mean streak in him, and he wants to be successful. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I just to get back to the big picture stuff, but just the game. Like you've had you've devoted your life to baseball, and I think about where we sit, and as we hit USA 250, where do you think the game is? 50 years after the bicentennial, where do you think the game is now? Because it's a beautiful game.
It's a beautiful game, but it has changed. I don't want to use the word it's a gentleman's game now, but it seems like everybody gets upset when you try to break up a double play or you can't knock the catch. Those little things were part of the intensity level that took place in a baseball game. Those have been eliminated. But on the other side of the coin,
throwing at guys, like used to be, you throw at guys,
Right. If a guy, if I get caught up sometimes when I hear a pitcher say, "I'm getting tired of watching this guy when he hits a home run do the bat flip." And my comment on that is, first of all, don't let him hit a home run. But if he's going to hit a home run and he does it, you have the ball.
Yeah,
you have the ball. So I will never advocate hitting somebody in the head or anything like that. But you want to throw something at a rib and say, "You know what? That's what this is for." I got a little upset the other night on a double play that De La Cruz went into Stott, didn't slide. And I can hardly wait to get them back home because I'm going to tell Stott, throw the baseball. I'm not saying throw it at him. Complete the play like you're throwing it first. And if you happen to hit him, oh well.
Right.
You know, it's you want to get
come
hurt
in like that, you deserve to
it's
get hit.
unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
And that's what bothered me more than anything about the whole play is that he sort of ho-hummed it. And I'm going to talk to him about that because the best thing that happens in the big leagues is if you drop down, Manny Trio and I used to do that when guys that slid hard. When you drop down, word of mouth goes through the league. Hey, you better slide because this guy's going to throw the baseball.
Yeah.
And I just that play that night bothered me a lot because of what transpired there. And the fact that Donnie went out and argued, I thought it should have been a double play because he didn't even try to slide.
No.
And my comment was, what if he hits Stott's knee standing up? You know, he's out probably for the year. So you got to, you know, that stuff can't happen. But I think that, ladies, getting back to your question, the game is in a great spot right now. And I keep reading about work stoppage and all that. I pray that it doesn't because it's right now, I think it's at the pinnacle. There's a lot of people watching the game, a lot of young kids watching the game. The home run derby is an entertainment. It's going to be fun. The All-Star game is completely different than when we played. It's more of an entertainment type thing, which is okay. I have no problem with that because whoever wins or loses, it doesn't have anything to do with home field or wherever you're going to play the playoffs. So it's more of an entertainment type thing. And I think for young people, it's probably better to watch because when we played, we literally, Anthony, had the president of the league come in and say how important. Next to the World Series, they used to say this game's more important than anything. And, you know, people got on Pete Rose because he played the game the way you're supposed to. Fossey was down the line. He knocked him over. And I didn't want Fossey to end his career, but it definitely stymied his career. But Pete played the game. Hey, he played the All-Star game like it was the 7th game of a World Series. You're not going to see that now, but that's okay. It's just a different era now. And people expect different things now. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I love that. Like,
I do too.
To me, you like you guys opting out. Like, you got to play, man. And league pride meant something. National League, American League was a big deal. Like, I love that, and I like that game. That game should matter. All those great players.
We won like 12 in a row, I think, in the National League. I know the 5 that I played in, we won every single game. I do think that there's a pride factor involved. And when you hit the nail right on the head, when these guys make the All-Star team and say, you know what, I'd rather have the 3 days off. I don't care if you played in 10. I don't care if you played in 2. It's an honor to be elected to an All-Star game. And fans go out of their way to support you, to get you to the All-Star game, and you have a little owie that you say, I think I'm going to take the 3. Now, if you got a major injury, I get it. I get it. If you throw 100 pitches, if you throw 120 pitches a day, 2 days before, and you don't want to pitch, but you should go. It's an honor to be introduced. It's an honor to be in that clubhouse with all the great players of the American League and the National League. And it just bothers me to see some of these guys saying, I'd rather have 3 days off. You know what? Your career is going to end quicker than you think it is. You'll have a whole lot of days off. You can look back on this and say, God, I wish I'd have gone to Philly. Because these guys that are opting out on this game, they have no idea what they're missing because the intensity and the avid fan base that we have, it's unbelievable. And they're going to miss out on it because they wanted 3 or 4 days off.
And being in that clubhouse with the best of the best. Like, there's a respect that you'd want to be in the clubhouse with the greatest of the game. That's a big deal.
It's huge. I mean, I remember, we used to, as you well know, we had a big time rivalry with the Pirates all the time. You could book, there's going to be a bench clearing brawl every time we played them.
Carlton, they were good Candelaria on a Sunday afternoon.
And Parker, all those guys. And for the one game that those guys were on the All-Star team and I was on the All-Star team, for some reason you put those differences behind. But as soon as that last out's made, I hate the Pirates and they hate us. That's how it was. But as long as they're my teammate, I love them. And you want to do everything in your power to help the National League win a baseball game. But like I said, once that game's over, I don't want to have anything to do with the Pirates because I don't like them. They don't like us. That's how we approach the game.
Yeah.
And I love that intensity. But again, I bring back the fan base. The fan base not only do the teams create that environment, but the fan base also,
Yeah.
especially on the Philly side, that created that atmosphere. There's no question about that.
Yeah, just the greatest, man.
Yeah,
greatest. Like it's funny. The good thing is the game is alive and well. Like I see it at a youth level with my son, and we're a travel ball and tournaments, and it's like the new church. Like it's like church on a weekend. We're at these fields. They're packed with people, moms, dads, right? Everybody's in on it. And it's cool, man. Like it's a beautiful, like I love it. I look forward to our tournaments and everything. It's great stuff.
It is, and to me, a work stoppage right now or at the end of the year would put a dagger in something. The money is on both sides. The owners are making money. The players are making money. Don't quibble over some things that are going to hamper the growth of what's happening right now, because it is a very good sport right now. And look at this wild card right now. Man, there's 4, 5, 6 teams. They're all eligible to try to get there. Miami, who's come out of nowhere, is playing unbelievable. Washington, if they had any pitching at all, they're right in the mix. Of course, us and St. Louis and the Cubs, and the Braves, obviously. I know they're going through a rough spot right now with a lot of injuries. But it's in a good spot. Baseball's in a good spot right now, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that there's no work stoppage and both these sides can come to an agreement and keep this ball rolling. No question about that.
I'm with you, brother. Bo, you're the greatest, man.
Hey, one thing.
Better talk ball with you.
I've got this futures game, and I'm looking forward. There's a kid named Cade Anderson that we're starting on the American League side. He's the real deal, and he's starting for us on the futures game. And I just had a conversation with him before I came on here. Wow. And he's gung-ho, man. He's ready to go. I think he's going to be in Seattle's rotation before the year's over. But I'm looking forward to looking at all these young kids, because most of these guys that play in this future game, within a year or two, they're already in the big leagues.
That was unbelievable. How about the kid?
It is.
How about the kid Kevin McGonigal from Detroit?
Unbelievable.
That kid, he's from Delaware County, the kid.
I know. We've had a few.
Nice.
We've had a few get by here. Trout, McConaughey. I'm saying.
How about Nick Kurtz from A's?
Wow. I'm telling you, I don't like to see that, man. To get them, we got homegrown guys here, and they're going to other teams. But I'm sure we tried to get these guys. The scouting report on all of them are outstanding. But I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Can't wait.
I'm really looking forward to having a Schwarb Hart runoff on Home Run Derby. I hope they're the last two standing.
Yeah, the best, brother. You're the greatest, man. Love you, pal.
All right, Anth. You take care of yourself.
You too,
take
brother.
Care. Bye-bye.
The great Larry Bowa. No one better. Bringing a smile. He's the best. How about this? This is an awesome baseball hour, right? Because we go from Larry Bowa to one of our old friends. And I think about the greatest Phillies team that just got snake bit in the end was 2011.
Yep.
The record of franchise wins, the aces, the lineup, Charlie. I talk to Charlie all the time about it. It's the one thing that always got him. How about, courtesy of Netflix and our good friends at Netflix, Hunter Pence joins us. Hunter, what do you say, brother? Good to see you, man.
Anthony, what's going on, man? I am still have nightmares of not winning the World Series that year. That team was by far the most talented team I was ever on. The rotation, my guy. Oh, my goodness.
The rotation, yes.
Holiday and Oswalt and Hamels and Cliff Lee, and our lineup was stacked, dude. It was just like, sometimes you run into a team that's just got that lightning in a bottle, man. The Cardinals, I still can't believe they snuck that one away from us.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know, it was interesting. Charlie, who's a good friend, it was the next day after the I call it 1-0, 1-0, right? And I was on the phone with him for 3 hours. He was trying to figure out what happened. Like, we were all trying to because you guys were the best team by far. Like, there's no doubt in my mind you would have won it all if you had just gotten past Carpenter. And you guys hit Carpenter the first time around.
I mean, the thing is, Anthony, that night was a cold wind just howling in. We were blasting balls that were just like going up and just getting stuck. The only run of the game was for Call before the night came. It was still kind of light out. He hits a line drive. It actually should have been a homer, and the wind knocks it down off the wall. He hits a triple. They hit a grounder. They get one run. But then once the night came and it got bigger and colder and heavier, like we were blasting balls. Like the ball Utley hit was crushed right before
remember the
Ibanez nailed. Yes. Yes, I remember that. What a memory, Anthony. That's incredible. But also remember Cliff Lee. We were up like 4-0 or 5-0.
Yes.
And La Russa comes out and wears out Jerry Meals, and he stops calling strikes for him, and they come back and snake that one from us too. The pain,
that was
Anthony,
the Sears. You're right. That was, first of all, Cliff never would lose a lead like that, and all of a sudden he got no calls. That's so true, man.
It wasn't meant to be, but the pain of that loss, because I remember just like after that game, like this sickening feeling, like I was so mad that I just wanted to keep playing. And that the next year when I got traded to the Giants, which I never expected, we got kind of hit in the same situation where we were down 0-2. And that's when I gave like the speech that kind of made me famous, because I was like, I don't want to go home. Like I love playing. Like I will do anything. I don't care how many games we have to win in a row. You're going to get everything I have. I want, like, the pain of that loss fueled my 2 World Series championships because it created a demon in me.
Dude, you were so clutch. Like, not for nothing. Like, it's funny that you say it because you played like you didn't want to go home. You just had these, like, your eyes. It was nuts. Like, I'm watching you during those Giants runs, and you were just on everything. Like, it was unbelievable.
I mean, I had my good series and bad series and just that group in general, but I think the spirit of it, like I always told myself, I was never like the most talented player in baseball. Like I was strong and I was fast, but I had my quirks. But I freaking love to play, Anthony. I still love the guy. And I was like, I'm all heart. I was like the Jerry Maguire. Like, you don't know what's in this heart. I am going to burn it down. I am going to hustle. I am going to bite, claw, scratch, and bite, whatever the heck it takes. So that was just kind of like my ethos and like how I played the game. But I loved to be out there. I never wanted to not have a game. I nenever wanted to not be out there. So that's just, it was
played
just
the game that way. You played in Houston. You just played. You played with joy, right? And like
Absolutely.
To me, as someone that loves the game and a fan of the game, when I see a player that plays with joy, it warms my heart because like he appreciates it as much as I do. That's kind of how we look at it.
Yeah, I always thought of myself as I'm a kid living a dream, and I'm a player, but I'm also a fan of the game. Like I'd go home and watch baseball. There's something mental with me. I'm excited for Kate Anderson, as Bowa was talking about, man.
Like
in the future game.
Like, and awesome. Like I love the fact that like the game, I see it, it's alive and well. I have a kid that plays travel ball. Like we're at the field every day. Like, you love it. And I see these young talent, like there's so much good young talent across baseball. It's really cool.
It's so exciting. I mean, my nephew, I'm like going and watching his playoff games. It's like, and all those tournaments, like you say, it's a vibe. It's the weekend you look forward to it, and having all and the stress that they go through. They take these little league games seriously. And obviously, he's now going to be a senior in high school, and he's at all these big showcases. But it is so fun to go on that journey for sure. And by the way, Anthony, not only the Futures game, which is going to be awesome, the All-Star game, which is going to be awesome, the Home Run Derby, which is going to be awesome.
Dude, wow. That Home Run Derby is going to be ridiculous. And here we're going to get Harp and Schwarber. Are you kidding me? That's going to be pretty cool.
Have they confirmed Schwarber?
I think between us, I think it's happening.
We're hoping. We're still too unconfirmed, but I mean,
I think it's happening. I will just say it like that. I feel good about it.
Let's talk a little bit about the format, Anthony. Like, have you heard about the format this year?
Yes. In fact, please go ahead. Tell everybody.
All right. So if you don't know, it's obviously it's July 13th on Netflix, 7 p.m. Eastern time is when the pregame, the event starts at 8. There's going to be a lot of surprises. Netflix has some good stuff up their sleeves. It's going to be fun. But the format this year, we're bringing it back. We're not going to have the split screen where it's like this endurance contest and they're just swinging and you know, heads up kids in the stands of another ball's flying at you. We got 20 swings. And then on the last swing, if you hit a homer, you can catch a roll. So we're going to get to watch the magnificence of these homers. When they blast one, we're going to get to follow it. And also the drama and the romance. This is what baseball is. They're going to have to focus on each swing. Everyone's going to matter. And so the round of 8, the first round, whoever, you're going to get a ranking based on how many homers you hit in the first round. And then round 2 will be 15 swings with the last swing. So there's going to be a lot of drama. There's going to be a lot of focus, and I'm thrilled for the new format because this is my memories as a child was watching the 10 outs is what it used to be.
Yes,
but now, like you think of, you know, what was it, Hamilton in New York, the McGuire and Sosa and the runs and the focus of Pujols, like just like to me, this is what the home run derby was and should be. So I'm excited we're bringing it back.
I agree with you because it's too much. Like when you're trying to get as many with a clock, it doesn't work. Like you're right. To be able to bear down and focus on the pitch, that's the true skill of a home run, right? Like that's the true skill of it.
We're watching the precision. We're watching the mastery of the craft. We're watching them go to work and not like a weird endurance contest.
Yes, yeah. I'm excited for Netflix. They do such a great job. I love the fact that they're in on baseball. I think it's really cool. And you know, listen, you got a taste of it. I wish you were here longer. They would have loved you, Hunter. They would have loved you if you got to play here longer, man. That's my only regret.
I will say, Anthony, like when I got traded, I was like shocked. Like, cause you know, Utley and Howard were injured the whole first half and we were only 4 games out. Like we were in it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I'm a mental guy, Anthony. Like I would, you know, I wasn't only physical. I was like reading books on mental. I was envisioning being a World Series champion with the Phillies. I was saying it. I was on the bus, like trying to fill it up, trying to vibe it up. And then when I got traded, I remember having, you know, just like dreams of waking up, being back on the Phillies again. And like, just like it pained me because I was like, well, I thought we were still going to win. Now, obviously I got to go to a city that I really love. I live here. I met my wife here and that was awesome. But I definitely was it hurt me when they traded me. I couldn't believe it because I love those guys and I still do. I'm still best friends, like Jimmy and Ryan. I get to see them in Philly, and Utley, I get to interview him. It was such a cool team, and they were just awesome to play with. And Charlie Manuel, that's my guy, dude.
He loved you, dude.
Oh, dude, he's
he
the best.
Loved you. Charlie,
so it was a good time. But it ended up being a win-win for me. I got to play in Philly, and Philly, man, the relationships. That's still like the same people working in the stadium. They ask about my dad. My dad loved it there. He was buddies with all the people that, and it's just like the passion for sports in Philly. I'll never forget it.
It's a great baseball town, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
And you were there during the height of it, and we have a second now. We have it again with Harp and Schwarber and Wheeler and everybody. So it's kind of like reliving that era of Phillies baseball.
Absolutely. The team you have right now, I'm surprised they haven't found a way to win a World Series like that. That series last year against the Dodgers, that was another one, classic painful playoffs. I mean, it's hard to swallow because I think the Phillies could have beaten them, but the Dodgers just clutched up the wheel play. That one really, really shocked me that you know, Stott bunted into the crash. Like you can never. It's easy for me to say, like hindsight, but like they showed the wheel play. They were crashing on him, and he still bunted into it. But the wherewithal for the Dodgers to clutch a wheel play that they had only practiced in spring training, and that moment. That takes guts. And if you ask me, Anthony, this is something that Boch taught me that I had never, and I was an ultra aggressive mindset. Like I wanted to burn it down. Like I'm hyper aggressive. I'm swinging at too many pitches. All right. Boch loved that. He's like, I want you to go and take the biggest risk. I want risk takers. I want crazy players. I want to either all or nothing, baby. That's how Boch like managed. And I never heard that before because all my managers before were like, play conservative, slow down. Blah, blah, blah. And like Boch was like, I want to either win it all or suck. Like that's it.
I love that. Boch is he was a great baseball guy. I loved him, man.
Unbelievable. Y'all would have, for sure. Y'all would have loved him.
Yeah, like Like he had that mentality, Philadelphia mentality. Like it was just let's go away. He was a red ass, man. I love the red ass.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh yeah. It was uncomfortable to lose. He was he would lose it. He had some anger and some fire, and we love that about him.
Hey, lastly, just about this club, the idea that you have Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, and then you close with Duran. Like to me, that alone gives you a leg up in the series. No matter how you're hitting, what your lineup looks like, those three guys in a closer like that gives you an advantage in the series.
100%. Kirk Ring as well as extraordinary. I think he's still healthy, but y'all have the bullpen. Y'all are built to win it all. You need the two top end starters, which you have in Wheeler and Sanchez, and you have to have a closer, because the closer to me is like, and the bullpen in general is the most important thing in all of baseball, because the closer has to end somebody's season, and teams fight like hell at the end of a game. You have to have a dude that comes in like the spider. Is that what they call him? Like they have that sweet intro, and this dude's blowing 102. You have to have the Rachela's coming for you. Like that is so awesome. That's so fun to watch. But like you are the guy that's ending their season. Like, so you have to have a killer, and you got one. So the Phillies are definitely built to win it all. And once again, with this run and this group and this core, if they don't end up getting one, I would be shocked. And hopefully it's this year for the Phillies. And they are definitely a fun group to watch. And they're built to win. They've given themselves a chance. And that's what you can ask for as a city that follows a team is building a winner, and they've built one.
Dude, you're freaking awesome. We cannot wait to watch you on Netflix and the Home Run Derby and all the baseball coverage. You're we got to get hooked up again. You are tremendous. We loved you here. Love your spirit. You're a great ambassador for the game, buddy.
All right, Anthony, man, I appreciate that, and it's been an honor to be on your show. I love the vibe and the passion you're bringing to Philly sports. Bring me back. I'd love to be on the show anytime to talk some Phillies baseball and anything Philly you want to talk about. Let's go eat. Let's go drink now. As I've gotten older, it's been more the motto.
Let's go, brother.
All right, thanks, Anthony.
Thanks, pal. The great Hunter Pence. He was awesome.
Yeah, he's great. There was those "Let's Go Eat" shirts everywhere.
Yes, yes. He was, oh man, he was great. A lot of fun. All right, we are way behind like I figured I would be, right, Jules? Yes, we're buried.
Jules is a nervous wreck over there.
All right. So bear with us because we just gave you 48 minutes of incredible straight content with Larry Bowa and Hunter Pence. So help us out here. Let's take a quick TO and talk about our friends. Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. What are your plays today? My man, how are we doing it? What are we doing?
Spain to qualify. Both teams to score. The parlay pays 124. And tomorrow we're rolling Norway plus 175 to qualify.
Oh, you're going with the dog. You're a Norwegian. What do you call it? Norway? What is it?
Norwegian black metal.
Norwegian black metal. Nobody knows that. We know the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. All right, new customers get 500 spins on the soccer game. Go, collect them. Plus up to $500 casino bonus back. BetParks.com is the details. Got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk about Xfinity and the Xfinity. That's right. 5-year price guarantee. What if I can tell you have intelligent Wi-Fi? Like Wi-Fi with a sixth sense that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them? That lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. Here's my little one up online, right, playing the show. And the big one's playing some other, I don't know, video game. And then you got my wife, and I'm watching the game. And it works in perfect harmony, thanks to Xfinity. All right? No annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. All right? A lot changes in 5 years, but your Wi-Fi shouldn't. It should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more. Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. All right. What struck you from Hunter?
He's so likable. I mean, I forget. He was fun. We were happy when he came here. He had a great season.
I know. It's a shame, man.
And they got what really struck me too, I had to go look it up. I got Tommy Joseph for him.
I know.
That was like the big prize.
That was,
stunk. Tommy Joseph stunk.
And why would you trade?
I know he got concussions and stuff.
Nah, he stunk. Why would you make that trade? I remember Charlie hated that trade.
He was only going to arbitration too, I think. He wasn't a free agent.
I know. That team just went like this.
Yep. Off a cliff.
Shame, man. And then Hunter goes and wins the World Series twice.
He knows his baseball, too. He's up on everything.
Oh, yeah. He's a great base. He told me he loves the game.
You can tell.
Loves the game. It's pretty cool. It really is. I love that thing. All right, let's talk about our friends, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, let's talk about our buddies. Pay the bills, and we love them. Like, I love Dick's Sporting Goods. Talk about baseball. Man, like I love going there. It's one of my favorite things. In fact, I've been sad the last 2 weekends. There's no ball. It's been killing me, man. I want to go to Dick's Sporting Goods, and I want to get new bat gloves from Massimo. All right? Whatever you're doing, Dick's Sporting Goods, your one-stop shop for everything you need this sports season. We're talking jerseys and fan gear to rep your teams, all the equipment, cleats, bats, gloves, or whatever ball you need, everything you need for the sport you're playing this summer. Sunday, you can meet Andre Dawson at the Dick's Sporting Goods in Deptford, New Jersey. He's going to be signing autographs, taking pictures with fans from 4:30 to 6 at the Dick's Sporting Goods at the Deptford Mall. It's easy to stop by your local Dick's Sporting Goods store anywhere around the area. Shop anytime at Dicks.com before the next big game, whether you're heading out to the stadium or just to the back fields in the neighborhood. Make your first stop Dick's Sporting Goods, because summer sports starts here. You know it's officially summer when Hoagie Fest comes back to Wawa. I got to ask you, what's your Wawa order? Mine, I'm going classic Italian. I love my Wawa hoagies. Hoagie Fest is back this year, bringing even more value to the table. Right now, you get a shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, plus a bag of Hers chips and a small fountain drink for $6. You're extra hungry? It's only $8 for a classic meal. Whether you're grabbing lunch between meetings, fueling up before a game, or making a quick stop on a summer road trip, it's an easy, delicious meal at a great price. I love it. We stop on the way to baseball. Hoagie Fest, fuel up after, between games. Big flavor, great value, same Hoagie Fest energy we all know and love. But it's only here for a limited time, so get it while you can. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. Gotta have Wawa. The Dick's Sports Corner Kicks.
Because it's corner kicks.
Yeah, let's do it. And this is all of our items that we have from. I love the Dick's Sporting Goods stuff. So this is what we got. Jules, take it away. This is all of our gear. Argentina.
All right, so a little like chip and putt game.
This is
some balls into these
bucket golf.
Okay, bucket golf. All right.
Then we got Spain. Let me just go in order from what I have.
If you got some grass around.
Yeah.
Oh man, we might ride with Swiss.
I'm going with the hat.
I'm going with the
Swiss.
All right, the Swiss hat.
I like the Swiss hat.
I'm just going to go through these items quickly.
That's a great ball cap.
Norway.
Oh, that's a good item there.
Yeah, I have one of those.
They got good chunky wheels to get over some terrain.
Yep.
Well, we do it for baseball. We need that.
England bocce ball set.
Balls?
I want a set of bocce ball set. I'm pretty good at bocce ball.
Are you?
Give me the rugged terrain Norwegian.
My father loves the bocce.
And then we got
Norway guy. Don't ever say you're Italian again. Just say you're Norwegian.
Oh, the mini ball.
The mini ball collection.
Nice.
Love that. Spain.
Ah, the shades.
I'm going to go to shades.
Yeah, we go shades.
I'm going to go Spain.
Yep.
I like Spain.
And then we got
Spain. I want Spain to win. Belgium.
That's a nice collection.
It is a nice collection, but I'm out on Belgium. You know I am. I'm actually looking forward. I'm going to watch today just so I can root every second for Spain. I've made Belgium my mortal enemy. And the fact that you're a sympathizer.
Jerby Zebus says I'm crazy because Spain hasn't given up a goal yet, but Lukaku. He's going to put one in. He's going to score one.
He's Lukaku.
Belgium loses 3-1 today.
Spain 3-0. All right. Lukaku gets nothing. All right. Let's talk about some of our friends, shall we? It's All-Star Weekend. It's here, July 10th. It's
finally
the festivities. All kinds of stuff happening.
The city's just full of athletes and former players.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, listen, we're the center of the baseball universe. Netflix is here. All the players are coming in. It's going to be awesome. MLB All-Star Week. Today through the 14th, you don't want to miss any of it. 5 days, one city, every eye in baseball on us. We got the culture, the competition, the celebration, the biggest stars, the biggest fans, all in one place for America's summer tradition. The stars are out. The fans are going to take over in this city. It's going to come alive. This isn't just a game. It's a homecoming. Don't miss MLB All-Star Week. It's for the people. Head to allstargame.com to learn more. That's allstargame.com to learn more. How about that? Now let's talk about Valley Forge. You know that feeling when you just need a quick reset, but you don't want to get away. Like, you don't want to go out like really far, deal with airports, complicated travel plans. Montgomery County, what a spot. It's got a little bit of everything: history, shopping, entertainment, outdoor adventure, great food, all just outside the city. You can spend the day exploring Valley Forge National Historical Park, hit the shops at KOP, check out live entertainment, explore some of the amazing small towns and hidden gems throughout Montgomery County. And with America celebrating 250 years this summer, never been a better time to experience the history and the stories that help shape the country. Whether it's a couples trip, family weekend, sports road trip, or just a chance to unplug for a few days, Montgomery County makes it easy to get away without going far. Plan your trip, book your stay, start your retreat today at valleyforge.org. That's valleyforge.org. All right, we got all of our friends in.
Nothing else.
All right, I was able to.
Nice work by you.
Yeah, that was there. You go. I was Jules of Sweat. We got to get it in by noon.
Yep.
All right, we got it in. Ben did not want to go. Chat. Ben did not want to go to Chickie's and Pete's for the $1 crab fries for the office.
Gave you a weird no.
He went no.
And then he called you a bum on the way out.
Because he doesn't understand the use of the word bum.
It should be, yeah.
Now, you saying
every $5 should be a punch in his arm.
You saying, agreed. Yeah. You saying no to bum? You saying no? That's he deserves to be called
part
a bum.
of content. You run out, you get us some fries, we eat them. It's a nice piece of content for the show.
I don't understand.
It's fun.
He's supposed to be a content guy. Yeah.
Nah, couldn't do it.
In fact, he has now usurped you as the arm I want to hit the most.
I think he's earned that. Yeah, I think so.
Jules, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, unacceptable.
They went for the show. I mean, they're hanging out.
Weak.
Lollygagging out here, yucking it up. Go make a run.
Right.
Get fries.
Go together.
Yeah.
Right.
The
bro's at fault, too.
Yeah.
Bro's completely
He didn't offer.
Nah, the bro.
He's got a car. He's
out. Yeah, he has a car.
Yeah.
And he has a car.
My car for Ben.
Right.
Even.
Yeah. It takes you 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Chickies and Pete's.
Yeah.
You just go down Delaware Avenue. Boom, boom.
$1 crab fries.
$1 crab fries. That's it. All right, got any plans?
I don't have anything planned right now.
For the weekend? Nothing?
No.
Aren't you going to a golf party? Norwegian black metal?
Maybe.
You acted like we were crazy. We didn't know what Norwegian black metal was.
Yeah. In my world, it's crazy that you don't.
Well, you live in a freak world. I mean, I don't know what to say.
You gotta experience it. Maybe we'll do some black metal one day in here.
All right. Jules, what do you got? No?
Can I give a shout out yesterday? I had water leaking through my office window, all near my computers and stuff. I had a bucket holding it up. And I think I need some caulking around my windows. So I put a thing on like a Facebook group for South Philly. Yo, anyone got any recommendations? John Alice hits me up on the side.
Oh, John, I know John.
He's like huge fan of the pod. He's like, I got you. Give me your address. I got guys coming right over for you. So Monday he's going to come out.
John's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
John's a great dude.
So he does J.A. Painting, I think. J.A. Painting in South Philly. So Monday he's going to come over and caulk my windows.
Very cool. Tell John I said hello. He's a great guy.
Shout out.
Bring him in.
Very
In fact, he should come in and we should celebrate him.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. How's my chat?
They're good, man. Yeah, I think they're good.
Chat, you good?
Ben rides a bike.
This is the
Tucks his
Norwegian
pants into his socks. Oh, there's a little
right.
black Norwegian metal. That's what those guys look like. You like it? Battle axes.
What is that, like sword with spikes on it? Wow.
I like to fight him. All three of them at the same time.
They do the Cookie Monster voice.
Do all that stuff. I'll fight you. I'll fight all three of them right now. And they can have their weapons too. How about that? Chat, we love you, chat. Have a great weekend, chat.
Yeah, Eddie writes knows. The children of Bodum. He's got it.
Oh, yeah?
He knows a bad
Eddie
accident.
knows?
Yeah.
Well, that's something Eddie knows. I respect Eddie. All right. We love you guys. Have a great day. Great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
We all silly like the mayor.